Welcome to Kranky Live Sports Talk, where passion meets action.
Hey sports fans, I am Kranky, and this is the Kranky Live Sports Talk, the podcast where we dive deep into the hottest topics, the biggest games, and the most controversial moments in sports.
Whether it's football, basketball, track and field, cricket, or soccer, we've got you covered with expert analysis, insider interviews, and unfiltered opinions.
Join me as I chat with the biggest names in sports, get exclusive insights and stories you won't hear anywhere else.
Kranky Live Sports Talk is where you can hear the real talk, the hard-hitting questions, and the hottest takes.
So, if you're a true sports fanatic, you don't want to miss out? Subscribe now to the Kranky Live Sports Talk on YouTube and hit that bell icon to never miss an episode.
Kranky Live Sports Talk, where sports come alive. Subscribe today.
I am back. Bless up, Drew Ross. Thanks for joining me again. We are back for the afternoon session. I was on this morning from 10:30 to 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, which is at 9:30, 10:30 Jamaica time. And now we are back for the afternoon session of the 2024 Olympics track and field events. You know, I have this thing on called my AC is kicking, but it's not exactly married well in terms of me having this on, so I'm probably going to take it off. So give me 1 second, because even though it's kicking an AC in here, it's not this. It's a little bit warm. So people, we're back this afternoon to talk track and field. Hey, Shen, thanks for joining. Bless up. This morning's events went really well for Jamaica in terms of people's qualification. But as you know, there are a number of events we are challenging, and some of these events will be run tomorrow or later on this week. So we saw this morning the women's 200 meters. We saw the men's 110 meter hurdles. And this evening, as you know, we have a lot happening in terms of the premier event of most Olympic Games. Maybe not so for the last couple, because I think the women's 100 was the main thing. But we have seen where the men have taken a back seat, but they're hot this year, people. They're hot this year. This is the race that we want to see in this Olympics, bar any other race. And which is great for the sport, because the men 100 meters final, if you go way back when, if you think about the 80s, 88 Olympic with Ben Johnson and Carl Lewis, and Ben winning, going away, and then finding out that he had some challenges. Think about the 90s, Linford Christie, Donovan Bailey, Linford Christie far starting. Then you had the Maurice Greens of the world come through. Then you had a number of other athletes come through to come up the boat. But it's been an interesting journey to get us to where we are, because the last couple of Olympics, especially the last Olympic with Jacobs winning, didn't operate like an Olympic champion, right? So, Justin Gatlin after Maurice Green. And the U.S. used to do really well in the 70s and early 80s. And then after the 90s, between Christie and Donovan Bailey, then we had Green and Gatlin, and then we had Bolt. And then last time we had Jacobs. It's been an interesting journey, actually, for the men's 100. But it's people's favorite event. It's the event of the Olympics. So people look forward to. I was fortunate enough to be in London in 2012 when we had the Bolt, Blake, Ware trio. And I've talked about this a number of times. It was one of the most amazing experiences I've had in my life, actually. I've had quite a few, where you're in the stadium in Jamaican colors, you drop a few patois words, okay, make sure people know, say who you are, say a Jamaican, and you getting treated like a celebrity, real celebrity, not even some fake celebrity, a real one. People want to take a picture with you, they want to talk to you, they want to engage you, they want to be around you. They want to know if you know both. Obviously, I didn't lie, but in hindsight, I probably should say, yeah, we used to be a little boy and I'm underpants run around me. But anyway, didn't go that route. Didn't get that route. Did tell the truth, but they didn't really care. They just wanted to be around you and to talk. And it was a time when, you remember the year before, Blake had beaten Bolt in the 100 and seemed to have had a ticket or whatever. And Bolt at the Olympics, it wasn't a surety he was going to win the 100, right? He was going through a period there. I'm not sure if he had injuries around that time either, but I know Blake was really running well. If you look at Blake's history, I mean, the last number of years hasn't gone well for Blake because he had a really bad injury, but he was up there. He was Bolt's only competition. I mean, Gay, yes, but it was Blake at one point running extremely well. And so it's interesting that we're here now with 100, where after Bolt we had quite a period where our men's team didn't step up, but this thing's going cycles, people, right? It going cycles. You can't always have one country, and I keep saying how small we are as a country in terms of population wise and per capita wise, dominating the world in an event, both men and women. That's unheard of, apart from someplace like the US. One point it was all the US, right? The US, and then Jamaica took over for an extended period. And if you can do it for one Olympics, that's great. If you can do it for multiple Olympics, that's even much better. And so we have done extremely well over the last, I would say, since 2008 through 2021 was the last Olympics. You're talking about a 13-year span. And we look like for this year, we could be bouncing back, but that's to come, because I do think there'll be surprises in the 100 today for men. And some people we expect to be in the finals will not be in the finals. There's some tough heats, and we'll go through that. But the first event we have coming up in the next 23 minutes is the qualifying rounds for the men's 400. We have 3 runners in those races. And I think the 400 is going to be one of those interesting events because a lot of people are running good times, especially a lot of the Americans, but we have some other individuals who are unsurety around, like Gardner, for example. So let's pull this up. So this is the men's 400. These are the heats. And if you look at heat 1, we have DeAndre Watkin, who's in heat 1. And we have Christopher Bedford. Look at these times, people. Look how close a lot of these times are. Everybody seems to be running 44s. I mean, the 400 has gotten so tough over time. The world record is 43:03. By the way, I think it was from lane 8, wasn't it, that he did it? South African Wade Van Der. I mean, that's a ridiculous time from lane 8 for what. But he has had a ton of injuries since then. It reminds me a little bit of Jacobs. Come on the scene, make a big splash, and then disappear. Bless up, Max. Thanks for joining. I thought you only did football. I didn't know you also watch track and field. I know you're gonna tell me that you're an athlete, and you just talk about you being a runner, even though I only know you run on football, not on the athletic field. But I appreciate you being here. And by the way, Max, don't forget we're supposed to have a debate. So whenever you're ready, pick the subject, pick the side of subject you want, pick the time, pick the place. But welcome. Thanks for joining. So that's the first heat. If we think about this heat, Matthew Hudson Smith, tough. It's a tough heat, actually. Christopher Bailey, Hudson Smith for DeAndre Watkin to be in. I mean, obviously, he has run well this season, but you see the times there. Matt Hudson Smith is a 44 flat runner 43.74 is his best time, and that's been done this year, right? You see Christopher Bailey from the US, very consistent also, good time. Everyone here in this, you look at this heat, people. It's all 44s. Before you used to watch 400, you have people running 45. That's not happening anymore. And the world record is 43.03, so there's not a huge difference. There's a 2-second gap between 45 and 43. 43.03 is almost 43 flat, but it's a lot of people that are mixed up together. They're going to be surprises here. You saw where Antonio Watson won the last World Championship, so you never know in the 400. Second heat, as you see here, nobody's talking about Michael Norman, which I find interesting. Not being his best season, but you can see his best time there. But he's not getting a lot of the kudos like you see like a Wilson gets, even though Wilson's not in here for the American. His age obviously drives that narrative. But Sean Bailey's in this heat, 44.43 is his best. He's done 44.64 this season. We see Michael Joseph here. We see a number. He hasn't ran well this season, but we see a number of athletes here. Kinbin Natshipi, 44.67 this season, 44.18 by the Trinidadian, who runs well, especially in the relays. 44.18 this season, brilliant time, Latino people. We're talking about, we're in the 44.18, you're going closer to 43. And there's not a lot of people, apart from Hudson Smith and others, who have run that time this year. So interesting time, interesting races. Here, I think there's going to be a lot of surprises also. Heat 3. Again, people, you see what we're talking about here? There's 245s, 345s. Look like an easier heat, but we have Endori running 44.01 from Botswana. I mean, it's the 400 is going to be interesting. 400 to me is going to be like the 100. Some surprise is going to be there. Antonio Watson came from nowhere last World Championship. We're going to have some surprises here. BM said, Kranky, it's a tough Olympics for Jamaica. Hopefully the 100 meters can deliver something good. Yeah, it's if you look through all the events remaining, we were always guaranteed something in the women, right? Somebody, Sharika, Shelly-Ann, Elaine, and then we were smiling, thinking, well, we have Brianna Williams coming up, we have the Clayton twins, and all these people coming, and it hasn't materialized the way we expected. This year has been a tough year for the women. Now we have Price in the 400. So that's some hope there. We have Clayton in the hurdles. The first and second spot are taken unless they break their legs. So that's a possible spot there. But it's not a ton. And we don't run past 8. We have gold in the 800, but she's going to make the final, I think, but it's going to be tough for her to medal. So we only have 1, 2, and 4. We have people in the 2, they've made it next round. 2 of the 3 Costa Rica withdrew, but they're not going to make the finals. So nothing in the 1 and 2 for the women. So we got to look for other events, right? We had Ricketts, who came second in the triple jump, but it's a tough time. And people, when you come in, the people who are joining me on this program must not join me on Kranky Live regularly, because the disparity between the likes and the number of people in the chat is amazing. It's like 2-1, 3-1, 4-1. And my regular attendees normally just coming in and hit the like button, right? They don't give me a hard time, apart from maybe Claudine. They just come in, they hit the like button, and they move on. People come into this chat for these Olympic updates. They have a restriction on hitting the like button. Something is wrong with their fingers. I don't know what it is. Not a good look. Not a look at the people. And by the way, people, the phone line is open between now and 1 o'clock, because the race starts at 1:05. The 400-meter heats. So let me put the number up. So the number's running at the bottom of the screen. You can call in. So let's go to the next race, the number 4 race. Again, people, everybody here running 44. Personal best. And you see Stephen Garner there, who to me, when he's fit, he's the best of a lot, right? So if you go back up to the first heat with Matthew Hudson Smith from the UK, that's to me is Gardner's main competition. Now the American's going to challenge it and says, really? We're here too to play. But I think if Gardner is fit and running on his peak, it's between him and Matthew Hudson Smith. And I think Gardner would probably just come out but as we know, he's been a little bit injury prone. Now Quincy Hall is here too and running really well, right? You can see his season's best is 43.80. And look at all these seasons best, apart from Gardner at 44.39, which is decent, but that's almost a second. Well, it's not second, it's about 50 something. Yeah, we're talking about 20.39. Yeah, it's about over half a second between the two, right? So if Gardner is not fit, then Quincy Hall and Matthew Houghton Smith, who's running well, should be the favorite for the 400. We go to Heat 5 here. Again, for people's personal best, there's a couple 45s, but a lot of people personal. What I notice, people, a lot of these individuals who are running in the Olympics now, and you can see from these heats for their time personal best and season's best, a lot of them are season's best, right? A lot of them are season's best, or close to season's best, which is good because you want people to peak for the Olympics. And then the last heat is where we have Javon Powell, was a 44.54 this year. But you can see we have Charles Dobson. UK have some good runners and also be good in the 4x4, people. Because, we always do well in the 4x4, but we decided to take an Olympics off, people. We've decided we have come second or third too much to the US. So we're going to take some time off and regroup. I'm trying to be facetious, people, but let me just say this. Jamaica has to get rid of their ego problem when it comes to the relays. It's always something. We go way back to Veronica Campbell Brown and what leg she should be running. People don't want to practice baton changes. People want to be in their own camp. Everyone got a big ego. I don't hear this from some of the more industrialized countries who have similar situations and similar personnel and similar runners with the same stature. We don't hear that. So we're not in the 4x4 because the three runners here don't go participate. You have to use a bunch of college kids to go try to run 4x4. If these runners went and ran just one race, they're qualified. If all three runners here plus others we have went and ran the World Relay or ran some other race as a team to do it, because everybody want to get this Olympic here, everybody thinking about their money. That's where the patriotism go to the door, people. They're not thinking about the country, they're thinking about the money. Because Olympics is where you make your money. Don't be fooled by a world championship. You make your money from the Olympics. That's why you see Fana always talking about it's protecting his athletes, managing athletes. And I'm surprised what happened with Sharika because he knows that's where you make your money. It's in the Olympics. So his sponsorship come out, Nike, Adidas, Puma, because that's where you get the most eyes. And that's where your reputation is built, even though world championships are important. But hasn't worked with Fafana this year. Luckily, he has Kishane because the Sharika thing hasn't worked out. And we expect the Sharika to do really well to challenge for the 100 meters and 200. And so people, the 4x1 is decimated. We're still hearing conflicting views about what happened to Sharika. I mean, not Sharika, I'm talking about Shelly-Ann. I just got a text from someone saying, she wasn't able to warm up, so therefore she didn't run when we've been told she has a hamstring issue. So I just think the conspiracy theory needs to go out the door. And we just need to get Shelly-Ann to come out and say exactly what transpired, or her camp to come out. But there's too much speculation going. Because I'm getting a multiple, and I see someone that's commenting on one of my feed. Multiple communication says she didn't get enough time to warm up, so that's why she didn't run. And Sha'Carri ran, but she was upset. So, and I haven't heard that from either camp. So I don't know what the truth is. We'd all agree that if that's the case, it's unfortunate if that transpired. But so where did the hamstring problem come from? 15 likes, 58 watching. That's amazing. People, if you don't like the stream, tell me you don't like the stream so I can go sit my butt down and go talk football. Because I mean, I understand those numbers. Nobody not gonna watch the stream if you don't like it, you know. So if you like it and you want to watch it, then hit the like button. Come on, people. Stop being stingy with the likes. Because I know some get grumpy, and that's why I name Kranky. You know, I'm gonna put up my name. That's why I name Kranky, people, because I get cranky. And you hear Parish Council this morning give me a hard time about, I thought it was funny. He's saying that he takes onus with me. He takes onus with me saying how Shelly-Ann behaved. Because I said, I was basically saying when Shelly Ann is even upset, you can't tell because she's smiling. She's a pleasant disposition. He takes onus with that by saying, "Oh, what does that mean? Why wouldn't she just go totally crazy?" I'm gonna put in my words. I didn't necessarily agree with that. Um, so BM is saying Olympics and World Championship are the two biggest platforms for track and field. If you made it, then there's a potential to earn good money. Yeah, I agree. But if you hear Fana talk, and he said this, actually, it's not me saying it. He's saying this. It's about the Olympics. I agree World Championships are prominent, got notoriety, but he says that. Because remember, the Olympics is much bigger. World Championship is about track and field. The Olympics is about almost every single sport under the sun. We have break dancing, for Christ's sake. So it's even more than sport. It's everything. You think about all the sports in the Olympic, archery, and if I scratch my toe or whatever the heck these sports are nowadays, right? So everybody's focused on this. Well, most people, because in America, I'm not sure they get the same notoriety as it does in other countries, the Olympics. Bless up Rockford. But everybody's focused on the Olympics. And especially, and if you're watching, what a lot of people do, they may have a favorite event. It may be diving, it could be rowing, whatever it is, but they'll watch the main events, which are like the 100 meters. And if you win those events, which Jamaica participate, then you get the notoriety and the sponsorship, and your profile only goes up. So yeah. So it's unfortunate that Sharika is hurt. So then her 4x1 got decimated, right? If we have no Shelly Ann, and we'll see. Here's the thing, people. So if Shelly Ann decided to run the 4x1, then we can say it wasn't her hamstring, right? That's for sure. If she decided to run the 4x1, then we'd all agree it wasn't her hamstring, which is a problem. It was the situation at the gate. So we'll see what happens if she comes around the 4x1. But the 4x1 team is decimated. It's not a good look. If both Sharika, we're talking about, given that Elaine is no longer there, our two best runners would not be there to participate and barely be able to field a team to run there. So it's not a good look. Not a good look, people. This is going to be a tough Olympics for us because we basically were guaranteed a lot of times placement in the 100 meters with a gold, silver, or bronze, or all three, and also placement in the 200 meters and also in the 4x1 for a woman. And now we may not get one medal from any of those three events, which is huge. Some years we get 5, 6 medals from those three events. We may not get one medal, which materially affects the number of medal count, and it's just not a good thing. So Philip, your advice said, I think some of our athletes might be training too hard. It's about training wisely, not necessarily overtraining. The idea about training till you vomit is myopic. I don't think they train till they vomit anymore. When I used to go KC, people, I'm telling you, especially people who run 400, when they're doing 400 in a row, you used to watch them just die on the track. But I think the training methods in Jamaica have improved with some of the not only just the training facilities, but the individuals involved who have gone, learned the sport, understand how to manage these athletes. But injuries occur. A lot of people have injuries, right? So I don't necessarily think that's the case. I just think sometimes the stars align, and that's what transpired here. I think the stars align sometimes. So we have all these women. Look, and let's be honest, Shelly Ann has been doing this. This is her 5th Olympic. We can't expect her to go on forever, right? So it shouldn't be surprised as you get older that you are having more injuries. That's just innate to sports people. As you get older, the body doesn't recover as fast, and the bones and the muscles, they're breaking down. So it happens. So I don't want to draw any conclusions or make any blame until I get more information around what transpired with Shelly Ann. And I also understand that you're going to have situations that occur whereby, you know what? Athletes just get injured. When you're running that fast and your muscles twitching that quickly, it happens. We can't just say it's overtraining. I don't think they overtrain anymore. In fact, I think it's so precise nowadays. And the way Frano, and I've got some intelligence on Frano and his methods, is that they try to make sure the athletes peak at the right point in time for the Olympics. That's why you see when Kishane ran his first leg last year, the child, all of a sudden he disappeared and said he was injured. I'm not sure if that was injury or something else because Ferdinand plays these games sometimes. So we can't tell. We don't know. People hit the like button, people. 27 on 72. And look, let me talk to myself. I'm going to say hit the like button, you know. Come on, people, hit the like button. Hit the like button. We want other people to watch this program. Hit the like button. That's how I get subscribers. That's how I get visibility. Hit the like button, people. Stop mice up the like button. So what time is it? 12:56. So we have 9 more minutes before the 400 meters round start. I'm trying to watch on 2 different channels here. They're showing tennis on one channel and swimming on another. We don't want any same swimming, people. I know swimming is good. A lot of people love swimming, but I want to make sure we go out to the track, which knowing NBC, they won't go out until 1 o'clock. And what about the channel I'm watching? That's probably doing the same thing. So people can call in. They can call in. The numbers run across the screen. You want to talk before we have about 4 minutes before 1 p.m. And I want to make sure we are all geared up for track and field this afternoon. You all know when the men's race is going to be. And that should be that should be a really interesting semifinals race. Really interesting, people. I'm looking at the medal count here. You know, we always see Jamaica up there after the first 3 events because it's about the number of gold. Well, we have 1 silver, 1 bronze. We're in 48th place. So, people, there's tons of countries competing in the Olympics, and we're still in 48th place. So we're not doing as well as we normally do. So let's not fool ourselves. But as compared to similar-sized countries, we're okay. We are okay. 37 likes. So we went up 10. We still have 90 people on the watch. Boy, I'm telling you. This is a tough crowd, people. Tough crowd. 37 likes, 91 people. This is a very, very tough crowd, I must say. Come, people, do better. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, people. Nobody's going to hurt you if you hit the like button. It's not going to hurt you, trust me. But we are at 12:58 Eastern Standard Time, which is almost 5 o'clock almost 6 o'clock in Paris. We're going to have 6:05 the start of the men's prelim in the 400 meters. I'm going to go back up to Heat 1. We do have a Jamaican in Heat 1. It's DeAndre Watkins. There, as I mentioned at the outset of this discussion, there are a lot of good athletes in the 400 meters, people. And there will be surprises. We had at World Championship last year. There will be surprises, definitely. But there are a lot of very, very good athletes running the 400. So it should be good. It should be good. Looking forward to it. But as most people today, like we had yesterday, Marie Toulouse not improving. Boy, when you're in your 30s, you know, Shushen, the improving finish, you know, it's about how do you, like yesterday, it seemed she pulled, but she was out the race when she seemed she pulled, which I found interesting. She was down the track. Marie Toulouse is one of those athletes who, great competitor, has run well, but as a friend of mine says, she like a soft power. When it gets to the big race, she doesn't really turn up. And I know Asafa complains about this and how it's treated by Jamaica, but it's kind of true, isn't it? When the big race turn up, Toulouse is nowhere to be found. And that was the same yesterday. She was out of the race. It wasn't a situation where she pulled early in the race. No, she was down the track. So the 100 meters final is at what? 3:50 Eastern Standard Time, 2:50 Jamaica time. And so let's go to the semis. Semis is at 2:05 Eastern Standard Time, so 1:05 Jamaica time. So in an hour's time, or just over an hour, we will have the marquee event of today's events for the Olympics, which is the men's semifinal of the 100 meters. So I hope you're here to join me as we're going to have some fun. And while you're here, I have 44 likes. And they're going to hear me whine about this. And I'm whine about this for the entire telecast. So somebody's going to say, you know what? Can't stand this, man. I whine about him likes. And about we have 94 people in the chat. We have 44 likes. Those numbers do not align. Because how YouTubers get their recognition is if you hit the like button. So how people watch his videos. And YouTube is all about views, which I'm learning more and more every day. That's why I hear YouTubers always asking to subscribe and hit the like button. Because that's how it works. So for me to go out and do all my research and come here and you just don't want to like my stuff, it's hard, man. It's hard to digest. Hit the like button. It's not going to kill you. So we're starting in the next 4 minutes. Should be the start of, let me go to another channel here. I bring analytics. NBC's now changing their feed. So let's see what they come up with. Romaine is saying, I think running the semifinals and the finals same they won't get the best in finals. You know what? I totally agree with that. And I actually believe that may have affected Tia Clayton, actually. I thought Tia ran too well in the semis to not run better in the finals. That didn't make sense to me at all. So I totally would agree with that sentiment, which is, and we're seeing the athletes for the 400 now walking out. I don't know why NBC people are showing swimming, because the swimmers are Americans, but there's an American in the first race for the 400. So let me go find something else. Let me go find maybe USA, because I don't know what they're doing here. They're pandering to certain segments of their audience. I want to see track and field, so I don't want to see that. Luckily, I have multiple feeds, but NBC is the quickest feed. That's why I want to watch them on the ship, but it's they're not showing the race. They show me something else. Let me go to USA Today and see if I see something different. So if you just join us, this is the start of the afternoon events, which we're going to start with the 400 heats. The athletes are yet not out at the starting line, and I haven't seen. I'm trying to watch a bunch of different channels here because some are slower than others, but I'm not seeing the. I see on USA Today. For you people, for USA channels, I know they have a lot of advertisers that will pay their bills, but boy, they can milk that. They do it to the last second to come back to the races. They ain't gonna advertise and take up any little break. You're gonna find those breaks and advertise. So NBC still doing okay. NBC now have the athletes walking out, but I don't know why. So they're showing it now, so that's good. And they're advertising again. And you hear me whining and being cranky about them. We want to see the athletes. We want to see more about what they're doing. I can't listen to the commenter people because if I do, it'll come across the stream, and that would not be good for me. YouTube would shut me down, so I can't do that. People, let's get the likes up to over 100 people. Come on, people. Stop being stingy now. I'll start whining. I'll start going real cranky. Stop being stingy, people. Get the like up to over 100. Philly R Vibes is saying, I seen this one on Facebook, my group, that my African queen got injured during the 100 meters final. Yes, I mean, she got injured, but I don't think that was... You watch the race again, Philly Yardy Vibes. When she pulled up was it about the 50-meter mark? But she was already out of the race. When she pulled up, she was out of the race. To me, actually. So I don't think that was the issue. I think she ran a bad race. And she ran a good semifinal. Good first round, good semifinal. Paris Council, your timing, bad my youth. Can't call no Paris Council. The runners are at the... I don't know what NBC's doing. I mean, it's a frustrating channel to watch. I don't want to watch Peacock because it's slow. NBC has the... Okay, let me go to USA Today then, if that's the case. Yes, this is better. So the athletes are on the starting line. I'm actually watching two feed people. One is much quicker than the others. They're showing the USA runner, Christopher Bailey, with his shades on. We see Matthew Hudson Smith, who's one of the favorites for the race. I said the favorites for this race would be Matthew Hudson Smith and Christopher Bailey. Ig Valson is also a good runner. I always butcher his name, so I don't like to call it. But hopefully Deirdre Watkins can pull something out of the hat and end up in the top 2 or top 3 for that matter. 56 like 105 people. Those numbers are way off, people. Hit the like button. Don't be stingy with it. Hit the like button, people. They're going to the starters line. Matthew Hudson Smith beating his thigh, beating his leg. Deirdre Watkins is in his blocks, looking down. So lane 2, Sato. Lane 3, Bailey. Lane 4, Ig Valdenson. Lane 5, DeAndre Watkin. Lane 6, Hudson Smith. Lane 7, Chidi Okizi. And lane 8, Pohorilko. And they're off. Matthew Hudson Smith looked really good. DeAndre Watkins running really well. So is it good? So it's Matthew Hudson Smith who's catching up on both lane 7 and lane 6. Matthew Hudson Smith is in the lead. Bailey second. Ig Valdenson third. So it's Matthew Hudson Smith as they come off the bend from Christopher Bailey. And they straighten up. Deirdre Watkins is struggling. Matthew Hudson Smith is there with Bailey. They're neck and neck coming down the stretch. Deirdre Watkins is out of this. It's Bailey in front. Matthew Hudson Smith is relaxing. So the winner is Matthew Hudson Smith, Bailey second, Ig Valdenson third. Deirdre Watkins ran out down the track. He ran well for the first 200, but it's a 400-meter event, so that doesn't work. In fact, he may have come dead last. In fact, he did come dead last. Dead last. And you can see the reaction time there. Matthew Hudson Smith had the best reaction time, and Bailey had the worst time, actually. So Deirdre Watkins couldn't take the heat, so he's out of the kitchen. See? Should go run the mixed relay or run the 4x4. Sorry, we're not in the 4x4. That didn't work. He's out on the first race, and he came dead last. Not good, people. That's why sometimes you got to go into the race, you know you can win something, which is we have a good chance in the mixed relay if we run some of our better runners versus the flat 4. Matthew Hudson Smith actually was going to give Bailey the race and decided, you know what? I'm not doing that. I'm just going to take it. 44.78 is his time. 44.89 is Bailey. 45.46 is Ig Valdenson. I'm always butchering his name, as I said. So we're going to go to, so that was heat 1. They haven't put the times up yet here, but Hudson Smith first, Bailey second, the Norwegian third, and Okizi fourth. We'll see what the times are, because time can actually get you through to the semis, actually. This is not our best Olympics, people. It's going to be a challenging Olympics. 61 likes, 116 people. Those numbers don't align, people. Come on, people. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. It does take a lot of effort to be down here and doing research. And I've been here since, what? I came here at 10:30 to 11:30, back at 12:30. Come on, people. Give me some incentive to come out on this channel and do this thing. The Olympics is a long time, and be here today from 12:30 all the way to 4 o'clock. Incentivize. So my incentive, people, is the like button. Hit the like button. It's my incentive. Otherwise, I'm going to do an Olympic thing because take enough effort. I mean, now see the likes them. Now, if you don't put the likes, then nobody now watch the channel. Then I waste of time, right? So hit the like button, people. And I appreciate, by the way, I appreciate you being here, you know. But you show me, say, you appreciate me till I get the like button, no? Lord, boy. Very difficult, very difficult. So people, we just saw heat 1. Again, here are the results. First 3 is on the screen. And one of the favorites for the overall title is Matthew Hudson Smith from Great Britain. He showed his class. He showed his class, people. Christopher Bailey, who we expect to also compete. And I think those two play a little bit game of chicken. Bailey showed him that I can catch you. And Hudson Smith said, I can win if I want to. So really interesting. And in Norwegian, Ig Valdenson came third. But we'll see what the times are. I'm not sure why they're not refreshing these times on this schedule I'm looking at. Okay, here's the time, people. So 44.78, 44.89. So they're cruising because we know some of these people have great times. Hudson Smith can run 43 high, Bailey can run 43 low. So good times. All three qualified for the next round. So top three. And by the way, people, I'm watching another screen. I see Noah Lyles on the track warming up. So he's warming up. It's now 1:11. It's an hour before race time. And people, maybe that's why people are very concerned about what happened to Shelly Ann. Because if we see Noah here warming up an hour before his actual race, I know athletes want to go through their warm up in stages. So you don't want to start out too hard. You want to build yourself up in your warm up to get to almost where you're going to be running. And the question is, did Shelly have enough time to go through her different phases and her different steps that she normally undertakes to run? Did she have to rush and not go through the phases? And maybe that's what caused her pull. Who knows? But that story will not die and probably should not die. The next race is Heat 2, people. Another Jamaican in this race is Sean Bailey. And you see people season's best along with their personal best. So we ran out. DeAndre Watkins ran out in lead in the first heat. We see Michael Norman is in this race. Sean Bailey. So we look at the list here. King Benashipi in lane 2. Michael Joseph in lane 3. Atia Molnar in lane 4. Sean Bailey lane 5. Michael Norman lane 6. Zambrano 7. Ishmael Yahia in lane 8. And the Trinidadian, who's a very good competitor, Jareem Richards, is in lane 9. Men's 400 meters, Heat 2. And the last race, the race was interesting how Matthew Hudson Smith ran the race. He sort of, by the 200, he was in a position where he was comfortable. And people have different strategies they employ. Some will take it out hard. I always hear Michael Johnson say, you take it out hard the first 100, you relax in the back stretch, and then you go again. People have different methodologies they employ to try to win their races. AC saying, I don't think Jamaica should be coming last in the first round. In no race, we should be better than that. AC, we don't have entitlement to come first in every race. It's AC. But you're probably right. Given our track and field history, our track and field pedigree, it's kind of difficult to watch us coming last in a first round race as if we're from India or something. I know not to denigrate anyone from India, but India is not normally known for being fast in the track. They're known for things like javelin. But it's not a good look, people. It's not a good look. Coming last in the first race of a 400 meters with our 400 meters pedigree with the Burt Camerons of the world, I don't think that should be the case. And all the other people who came before them, Arthur Wins of the world and McKinley in the world, that's not a good thing. And even more recently, we have had very good 400 meter runners. Antonio Watson last year, so not a good thing. So runners are in their blocks. Joseph. I think the race may have, the race starts already, but NBC's slow. NBC must have a 30-second thing. So I'm actually showing you people the race here hasn't started on my TV yet. So the feed from the Olympics is showing you where the runners are. So we are off. Michael Norman looks really, really good. He's tracking. Bailey's tracking Michael Norman. It's really interesting. And obviously Richards, who was in the lower lane coming up. But Richards is on the outside lane running really, really well. We'll see what happened at the top of the turn. Richards up there. They're bunched up in the straight. It is Richards from Norman and Richards. Sean Bailey coming through, fighting to get third. So it's going to be Norman first, Richards second. Bailey looked like he's tied for fifth. Not a good Yahia I know this is not Qatar people. They hire African runners. So Jerome Richards, they have Jerome Richards here, but I think it looked like Norman to me won the race over Richards. So the screen is showing me one thing, but it looked like Norman won over Richards. So we'll go and see the final results because maybe seeing it from the left side actually. Bailey finished 5th. So Norman won, Richards 2nd, Kibinashi 3rd. I'm not sure what the screen is showing here. Bailey came 5th in the first round. It's not good, people. So we probably have run out for the first 2 races. I know what this is saying in progress. I'm going to take this down and put it back up because it's giving us wrong information. Actually, Richards was looking across at Norman as if, you know what? I'm not interested. He was looking across at Norman as if he's not interested. Let me refresh this. It still have Richards now. Norman won. I'm watching down the stretch again. Norman was there. Bailey was there, you know. But he faded in the last 100. Norman won easily. Then Richards. And then the Ishmael Yahya. Bailey ended up being 5th actually. Afterwards, wasn't it? Yahya. It's Kibinashipi who came 3rd. And Bailey came 5th. Not a good run. I'm not sure why this thing is not refreshing the right way, actually. So we are probably out of 2. There's some qualifying time involved. I'm not sure what this is showing now. Yeah, we are probably out of 2 people. It's not a good look. This needs to be rearranged. This is not the finishing order. I'm not sure why the Olympic site is showing this. Bailey was in good spot. I'm watching the race again up until the last 30 meters, and he just faded badly. He was there or thereabouts, but faded. Not a good look, people. This is not good. 2 races, and we may have been... So for all this fight about the 400 meters relay, people, for all this fight, people, none of them can pass first round, people. But they don't want to run no every day because they don't want to do whatever. They might try peak. They might want peak to come last. Sorry to be so harsh, people, but yeah, peak for the run on the track. At least we'll have a good 4x14. No, nothing. And I'll complain. Bailey finished 5th, 44.68. Not a terrible time, but I told you the 400 is going to be rough. Kibinashipi, 44.45 personal best. A lot of people running personal best. Ibrahim ran a personal best. But we're finishing on the track. Not a good look, people. Not a good look. So see the times there and the finish. I'm not sure why it was showing me all that stuff before. 44.10, 44.31. 44.10 is a good time for our first round run, actually. And he didn't look like he was stressed either. So Norman, who has been overlooked as one of the favorites, he has 43 plus less than 43 high in his legs, actually. So Jerome Richards, 44.31, who looked really good, by the way. I think he eased up in the last 100. And then Kibinashipi, 30 and 44.45, which is a personal best. And so is Ishmael Yahya. Bailey, not his personal best. And looks like we're going to be watching a lot of people. This is not our Olympics, that's for sure. And go to Heat 3 now. We don't have anyone in Heat 3 or Heat 4. I think we have someone in Heat 6. So we're going to Heat 3. Very disappointing races so far for our 400-meter runners. In fact, horrible outcome. Horrible. What about 400-meter relay, Philly? We don't have any 400-meter relay, Philly, for the men's. They'll be like for Sports Illustrated. At least if we have 400-meter relay, they'll be rested, right? All these runners who drop out in the first round will have been rested. Yeah, they're going to do one and done in the Olympics. One race and they go home. And they all refuse to run. All refuse to run in the relays. Come up with all sort of excuses. Them knee hurt, them finger hurt. They come like the people with the like button, you know my thing. Them finger hurt, them thumb hurt. Can't press the like button. That's the 400-meter runners for Jamaica who didn't want to run the world relays, didn't want to run the relays at the stadium when they had a special event for them to run. The administration went through all sort of lengths, and their coaches and their advisors said, no, they're not running. They save themselves to go run out in the Olympic first round. Yes, I know that's harsh of me saying it, but it's true. It's reality, right? My hindsight view. I can't remember ever, and I've been watching Olympics for a long time, ever Jamaica not being in the 4x4, ever not having a chance to medal in the 4x4. So no medal in the 4x4 for men, possibly no medal in the 4x1 for women, no medal in the women's 100, no medal in the women's 200. This is a nightmarish Olympics for Jamaica. Thank God for our field events, where we already have 2 medals, and maybe with the Pinnacles of the world and others, we may get another one. This is not good, people. This Olympics are not going to be one that Jamaica is going to enjoy, that's for sure. Not a good look, not a good look. So if you just join us, we're in heat 3 of the flat 400 meters event. Lane 2, Ndori, lane 3, Samukonga, lane 4, Crisek, lane 5, Bordeaux, lane 6, Pillay, lane 7, Borley. Borley's time this year is not great. What happened to Borley? Dylan Borley was awesome at one point. Saito for lane 8 and Nagajima for lane 9. Men's 400 meters flat, and it's heat 3. Heat 3 of 6. And Jamaica has really ran 2 heats, if you just joined us, and it hasn't gone well. Has not gone well, people. In fact, it's gone horribly wrong. We have not even making the semifinal in any of those. This is a nightmare. So for the men's, I mean, we still have the 110 hurdles, which look challenging because Holloway looked like it's him and everybody else. So we're going to start the 400 meters, people. They're on their marks. Don't ask me to announce these runners coming on the track because these names are struggling with these names. They're on their marks. I'm going to say what lane. They're on their marks. And they're off. I'm going to say what lane is running. Just horrible on my part. It's an even start. Lane 2 is moving up really well. I should say lane 3, actually, because there's no lane 1. It's a pretty even race. Borley. Now, don't match one. Not take up on the screen, people, because the screen is not giving us any information here that makes any sense. It's lane 3 in the lead and running really well. In fact, it's a 2-man race. Lane 3 and lane 2, the Botswanan and the Zambian, and they finished that way. The Botswanan and the Zambian, really good race on their part. I think the Botswanan came second, the Zambian came first. So yeah, what you're seeing on the screen, let me put it back up, is actually more reflective of reality, actually. Not like the first race. But the Zambian won, the Botswanan second, so Samukonga, who won, and Ndori finished second, and the Italian finished third. This was an interesting race, actually, where the Zambian was pretty comfortable, 44.56. And if we go to the first race, where Norman ran 44.10, so that was a much faster heat, right? Norman did 44.10, Richard did 44.31, and Kimbi Nashipi did 44.45. Here we have the Zambian at 44.56. They had 44.46 on the screen, 44.56. And then 44.87 is Ndori, and the Italian at 44.99. So interesting outcome, actually. I'm not sure what happened. The Borley family was always dominant. Obviously, they're Belgians. Have been doing well of late. So that was heat 3, people. We still have 3 heats to go. I see Quincy Hall in the hallway, which is one of America's great hope for this event. We'll see how he matches up with the Gardner and the Matthew Hudson Smiths of the world. So these are the heat 4 runners on the screen. Alexander Agandu, I'm just gonna call first name easier, people. It's easier. Alexander, Elian, Stephen, and you know Stephen from Bahamas. Samuel. Well, you know what? I gotta see the last name because most people don't know first names. Alexander Ogandu, Elian Largina, Stephen Garner, Samuel. Boy, I'm telling you, 2 days in a row you're late. Like, turn your volume down. 2 rows in a lane, you're right. Sexy Simone, 2 rows, 2 days in a row you're late. Sexy Simone.
I had a rough night, man.
You can go to bed when night comes.
I'm not like you. I don't go to bed early.
Okay, well, how are you doing? Good morning. How are you? Oh, good afternoon. Should say, how are you doing?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon.
How are you doing, Sexy Simone? How are you doing?
I am fabulous as I can be.
Yeah?
Yes, man.
Somebody said there's nothing from Jamaica but the Trinidad. Well, no, the Trinidadian Kareem came second in his heat, and he looked pretty good. So, no.
Yeah.
Which what the Bahamians do in this race, actually. Gardner's been injury prone.
Yeah, well, let's see. We have at least somebody. Kareem, right? The Trini. Any Jamaican?
Yeah, Kareem. No, the Jamaicans have decided that they're not enjoying Paris. They want to go home.
Oh, so
there are two ran already. Two ran. Deidre Watkins ran and Bailey ran, and they decided to go home. They decided that, you know what, the food is not good. They barred Shelly from going into the venue, so we're going home. We're taking up our things and go home.
Oh, please, come on, don't. Anyway, thanks for you for being facetious. However, you know, there's something that called what is repatch. What is this thing?
That's where people didn't make certain heats. They get to run again.
So they may be opting for that. They may get a second, redo.
Yeah, well, they need to take their bus home. That's what they need to do. They're not showing up. They're not showing up. One came dead last and one came fifth. And by the way, these are the people who decided not to run the 4x4 relay to have us qualify because they were saving themselves for the Olympics. Saving themselves to come last. I don't know. I know I'm going to get a lot of grief for these people, but I don't care. I admit I don't care. You cannot have put yourself ahead of the. When it comes to Olympics, I agree. Put yourself first, but you weren't going to engage yourself back on running one race. Sorry. Hey, Shushan, it looks like that. This is a hard Olympics for Jamaica. Hard. It's probably going to be one of our worst medal returns ever, frankly. Especially over the last, I shouldn't say ever, in this century, frankly. I would love to see our comparative between our, I'd love to see a comparison between our medal count for this century. I see they're having the medal ceremony for the shot put. Bless up to my man Campbell for finishing third, almost second. So we're looking for the men's, going to be heat 4 for the men's 400. Agandu, Elian, they're lined up. Quincy Hall is out there for the U.S. Big deal. I think Hall and Gardner should be 1-2 in this. If Gardner is fit. If he's not, maybe it may be more interesting. But they're the only two that's run under 44 in this event, actually. Most of the people here are high 44s, including Samuel Agazi. I must say Hall looks really fit, actually. Hall looks fit. I don't know about Gardner, though. And he's in lane 7. Gardner's in lane 4. So at least Gardner has Hall in front of him to view him as he goes along. Alexander Ogandu, who was a silver medalist for Dominican Republic in the last Olympics. So ran they had a good 4x4 team. And by the way, people, if you haven't realized this, Jamaica is not in the 4x4 for men. They're on their marks. Men's 4x4, heat 4 of 6. Excuse me, people. Yes, I would agree. And they're off. I don't see Gardner in the race, so he may not. He looked like he. Is that Gardner? He looked like he's a scratch, actually. Yep, he's a scratch. Don't see him. Quincy Hall is leading. Well, no, he's not leading anymore. Sakor Jonathan, the Belgian, is leading. Quincy Hall is in second as they come off the turn. Hall is in second, sort of cruising, not stressed. The Belgian is way back now. So it's Hall, Holder Reese, and Holder Reese is dying in the stretch. We have Gazu coming through. Interesting race, actually, people. Hall hasn't been stressed because there was no Gardner. So this is an Olympics of injuries, then, people. Hall won the heat pretty easily, actually. But this is a race of I'm gonna call it a race of injuries. If Gardner is not able to run, that's sad. He was there. I thought he was going to be in the race. He was on the list up until the last, and then he was a scratch. That's sad. 44-28. I think Quincy's ready. Quincy is truly ready. So he's going to be fighting it out with Mattia Hudson-Smith and the Trinidadian Richards, because there's no Gardner. That's sad, people, when you lose some of your better runners, actually. So that was heat 4. We just wait for the results to be posted. And that's not the audio finish. Let me take this off the screen because you're in your car again. Can we get you stabilized in one place?
I'm a busy woman. Come on. I'm a busy woman.
I thought you're gonna come on with me for at least an hour, at least through the semifinal of the men's 100.
I am. That's why I'm on here. You get me any way you can get me.
The race is at we won't go into that. The race is at 2:05 Eastern Standard Time. We're on YouTube. It's at 2:05 Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, it is. And I'll be watching it.
Well, we hope you were going to be commenting it, but you seem like you're on the road. No, Quincy ran a really good, already smart race, good race.
I'm going to a watch party.
Oh, where's the watch party?
You already know, but don't disclose.
See, I'm here stuck at home, trying to get some views, and people are reluctant to give me their likes. They said the likes are precious. They can't give me their likes.
We're supposed to hit a button for the likes?
Yeah. Oh, I guess you're not YouTube familiar. Yeah, there's a like button in the left-hand corner, right below my logo. You know what? Maybe I should direct people where it is. It's a good point you make. People, the like button, if you can't find it, so you must be new to YouTube. It's below my logo in the left-hand corner, and it has a thumbs up. So you press that button.
Okay.
Or not that button. You press the finger, the thumbs up finger for the like.
So I guess you hit more because I only have these options.
It depends on you probably have your iPhone, right?
I have an iPhone.
And I want you to be driving and doing. You know what? You probably come back on when you can. I don't want you driving and get yourself in trouble.
Well, I'm
not going to encourage this.
Well, I have my chauffeur will be right. I'm here, so I'll be in this passenger seat. So that's why.
Oh, you're not driving. Okay. Are you not telling me the truth? I'm gonna see if your hands at the steering wheel.
Well, no, remember Beverly, my twin, is gonna come.
Oh, Beverly's there. Hey, Beverly, how you doing?
Well, she's coming in the car now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, you can say hi to her. Beverly.
No, tell her she's live on YouTube. So be very careful.
She looks pretty. Oh my goodness.
There's 94 people on the chat. So
close it up. Close it up. Don't you? Can you see her?
This is not. What do you call it? Fans. What do you call fans? Fans what?
Fans only.
Fans only. This is not fans only, people. This is. You're gonna get me in trouble. Yes. I see Beverly's getting younger every day. Hey, Bev, how you doing? Oh Lord, I'm gonna take her off until she's ready to come back on, people. So, that was Heat 4, and here are the times for Heat 4. Quincy Hall first, Ogazi second, Reese Holder third, and the Belgian Sakor fourth. As you can see, the first three qualified for the next round. So Reese, Samuel, and Quincy are in the next round. Joe Grind, why am I not surprised that you're saying something, Joe Grind? I figure you would. So did you win? Did you win back any of the money, Joe Grind? Because I know you say you lost. Oh, you lost on Shellyhan and you won on Alfred. So yeah, that was Joe Grind from last night, people. So he bet what? He bet 4,000 US. Man have money. 4,000 gambling. Now work too hard for mine. We put 4,000 down. Maybe $10, but not 4,000. So people, we're just going through 4 heats. Let me just go back to this quickly, people, before we start the next race, which was the Grenadian in there. Heat 1, you see the first 3 qualifiers. Let me do it this way. So it's Matthew Smith, Christopher Bailey, and Ilvaldson. I'm always messing his name up. Excuse me. Michael Norman, who looks really good in his heat. Jerry Richards from Trinidad. And then Kimbe Natshipi from E2, E3, the Zambian, the Botswanan, and Italian. So Samakonga, Endori, and I'm sure it's Saito or Sito. And Heat 4 just finished. Quincy Hall, Samuel Ogazi, and Reese Holder, the 3 qualifiers. And now we go to Heat 5. And then Mr. Consistent, Kirani James is in this heat. Best time is 43.74. Tougher season. I haven't seen Kirani run a lot this season, actually, which is interesting. He's in Heat 6. Let's make sure all the runners are there because we seem to be dropping people out. Look like they're not using lane 1 in this Olympics for some reason. Maybe because we have 8 runners in the race, so I don't need lane 1. But so we have Davide Reed, Lionel Spitz, Sakiti Nene, Luis Carvalho, Kirani James, Leongo Scotch, Williams Christopher Morales, and Aruna Darshana Singapiraji. Those are the 8 runners for the men's 400 meters, heat 5 of 6, people. So when you see they switch the screen, it doesn't mean these are how the runners are. I'm not sure why they switch it this way when the lanes are a little bit different. So the Italians in lane 2. Runners on, and they're off. Let me see where Kirani is. Looking good as usual and is all red in this race. So Kirani James, the South African, is also up there. So it's a good race so far. South African on the outside. Kirani's down in the middle. It looks really, really relaxed, people. As they're coming down the stretch, Kirani's struggling. He's going to come second, but he's not. Okay, he's not in a better shape. He's looking around. He's going to come second. The South African will come, second? So Kirani won the race. Let's see what the results are. And he at the top of the stretch, he didn't look that great. 44.78, not the best time when you consider that Norman ran 44.1. Mr. John Powell, bless up, John Powell. Thanks for joining. When you see that it was 44.1 by all the times, this is probably the worst time so far for the 400 meters. But Kiran actually at the top of the stretch in the 100 meters, he was looking around. So he didn't want to stretch himself. That's a veteran right there. I thought he was struggling a little bit, but actually everybody else was struggling. He wasn't. So let me refresh and try to get the results quickly. So that was heat 5 of 6. And Kirani won. So these are the results, people. Kirani James won. Christopher Morales Williams from Canada second. What's this? A Sri Lankan third. Darshana Singapiraji was on the outside third. And Zakiti Nene fourth. The first 3 will go through. The remaining ones will pray, at least if you're in 4th place. So Kirani, 44.78, probably could have done, if I think about how he ran the race, 44.4, 44.3, since he was looking around from real early. I can never tell when Kirani is struggling sometimes or not. So we have one more race to go. And then we'll have, after this race, probably about 20 minutes to go before the main event. Well, the second main event of the evening. Because the main event will be the 100 meters final. Second main event is the semifinals. The Canadian just came through for second, and the Sri Lankan for third. So we are here. This is the last race for the 400 meters heat. And people, and we have Javon Powell in this race. This is Jamaica's last hope for a medal, people. And he's in lane 3. I prefer to get lane 4 or 5, to be honest. But this is Jamaica's last hope for a medal. Last, as I said, Jamaica, they hope for a medal. Because right now, things are not looking that hot for us at all. Not a good thing. Not a good thing. So in lane 1, Diouf. Lane 2, Powell. I'm sorry, lane 2, Diouf. Lane 3, Powell, who's Javon Powell from Jamaica. Lane 4, Byron. Lane 5, Dobson. Lane 6, Ekwan. Lane 7, what a name to have, Doom, people. Are you dooming others or being doomed? Sato is lane 8, and Koilho is in lane 9. Heat 6 of 6, men 4 by 400 meters. If you just joined the chat, if you haven't hit the like button, please do so. It's not going to hurt you. As I was just mentioning to one of the twins before, it's in the left-hand corner of your screen, depending on what device you're on. It's under my logo, Kranky Live, and it's the button that has this, since I have to give instructions, because people don't, like, they have an aversion, they have a phobia by hitting the like button. All right, people, hit that like button. Let the number go. We're going to have about 100 likes before the men's 100-meter semifinal. Come, people, hit the like button. Because a lot of people come and go, you know. People, it's a rotating door on these YouTube channels. People come, they have stuff to do, they come back, they come and go. Hit the like button. If you haven't hit it yet, please do so. We're in the last heat of the men's 400 meters, first round for the 400 meters. Jamaica, previous 2 runners, Watson and Bailey, decided that it's not fair to stay someplace where you're not wanted, so they're going to go back to Jamaica. Because, as you know, we're not running the 4x4 for men, so, and the mixed relays are also gone. So they're going to go back home. They just think that the food wasn't good enough and the water, and they don't want to let Shirley in the gate. So there's a lot of excuses for us not to partake further in the 400 meters semifinal. So they're going home, people. 96 in the chat, 93 likes. The likes should be about 120, 130 by now, I could guess. It's only 93 people. Come on, hit the like button, man. So Jamaica has the last chance to advance all Jamaica's hopes, at least just to advance to the semis. We're not a country that used to go out in the first round in these meets at the Olympics or the World Championship, because we send quality runners to these events. It's not a good look, people. Not a good look at all. Maybe I should drink liquor, you know, because I don't drink liquor, people. Maybe liquor would serve me right now to calm my nerves down since we're doing so poorly. Really poorly. Uh-oh. So my visitor is coming back. And then my mouse has decided not to go there, people. My mouse has decided that, you know what? Hey, Birdie, my mouse has decided that he doesn't want to. Wait, let me get my mouse. My mouse doesn't want to let you in the door. You're saying you go in and out too much. Let me try. Let me do it this way. My computer froze. You're back. See, my mouse didn't want to pick you up. And you're freezing now.
I don't know why.
Okay, what you're saying? We're at the last heat of the men's 400, by the way. First round.
I was listening to you. Yeah, I was listening to you, and as a Well, as an adopted Jamaican, I'm going to say I'm going to reserve my comment for the excuses of the food part is no good, but I'm going to reserve my comment. Maybe you can just go have I know you don't drink, but have 2 shots of Real Nephew to bring you back to reality.
And you know what's funny? So you know the women's football team, Jamaica women's football team. I think when they
Yes.
were preparing for the World Cup, you know one of the reasons why they have GoFundMe because they had to get their own food because they don't eat them foreign food there. So they went and got. That's why they had to go fund me to get their own food. And I don't know where they got Jamaican food from because the way they were hinting is like they have to get Jamaican food. But a lot of countries you go to have Jamaican restaurants. Actually, you would be surprised if you go to a number of different countries that there's a Jamaican restaurant someplace somehow. If you go to the Middle East, if you go to Tokyo, Japan in general, not even just Tokyo, there's Jamaican restaurants there. So this is the last heat of the men's 400 meters first round. And we have Javon Powell in this heat, people. And I'm going to pray to the Lord. Let me just close my eyes for a second, people, so we can go to the next round. Let me see if it works. I'm going to close my eyes for a second. Pray to get to the next round. Now, this is also awful, awful, awful. Now, the big hitter in this race is, I don't even see a big hitter in this race, actually. There's nobody with a 43 in this race. So Powell should have a chance to go through, but we'll call the race, people. They're on their marks. At least they're in their blocks. They're in the blocks. Brandon, let's say if he performs like one. He looks like one. Let's say if he performs like one. So they're on their marks. The starter should bring them to the set position anytime soon. They're set. Powell is in lane 3 and they're off. And Powell is off. Doing well. He's already all the way up on Byron Gills in lane 4. Doing really well. So to me, it's Powell and Dobson, who looks real good, is in lane 5 from Great Britain. Powell is tracking Dobson. He's also up on Dobson. In lane 6, we have the Kenyan Ekwan running well also. Ekwan pulled up at the 200-meter mark. So Powell looked like he's in the lead coming off the turn. Powell is in the lead. Diaf is closing in on him, and so is Dobson. Powell in the lead, trying to hold on. Here comes Dobson reeling in. So it's Dobson. Powell is struggling. He gets here to the line. So it's Dobson, Powell, and then we have, it looks like, who finished third? I'm having difficulty seeing that, but Dobson from the UK won. So we have one runner who's gone through, and that's Powell, actually. Powell's gone through. Looked like Doom from Belgium may have come third. I think it was Doom, actually. So Powell came off with a 4-meter lead, 3-4-meter lead, but got pulled in down the stretch. He was struggling. His arms were wide, weren't going straight up. He started to look across, started struggling. I don't know why you're looking across when you're in third slot. Like, why just run through the tape? You look like you're struggling, run through the tape. I don't understand why you're looking across. Why you want to look across? When you look across, take time off, people. The time you take the look and look back. So he's in the lead. He looked like he's comfortable. Then he starts struggling. Then he starts getting nervous. And then he glances across. When he looks across at the, he probably ended up third, actually. It looked like he was second. He may have come third. He looked across at Doom. And looking across is not a good thing. And the Kenyan was looking good. Ekwan was looking really good until he pulled something. He was quite a bit ahead of Doom, actually. Is he 350? I don't know. People hit the like button. People are having fun here. Hit the like button. Oh, you're back. I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Miss Simone, sexy Simone, can you hear me? No, I can't hear you. Something is wrong. You know what? You're muted.
Yeah, I can hear you. Actually,
okay, I can hear you. I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
I had you on mute, yes.
Oh, you had me on mute. Oh, I'm not normally put on mute, I don't know how I mute. What does it mean to be muted? I'm not used to that.
Wow. Okay, Professor.
so no, you're the professor, not me. I have no desire to teach kids. I don't have the patience. So people, that was the we just went through all the rounds of the men's 400 meters. We'll go back to it pretty quickly, and then we're going to transition over to, you know what? Because 2:05, 15 minutes from now, we start the main event, which is the semifinal of the men's 100. So just the qualification, people, for the 400 for the semifinals. From Heat 1, Matthew Hudson-Smith, Christopher Bailey, and Benthel Ilgvalson. That's Heat 1. Heat 2, very impressive. Michael Norman, 44.10. James Richards from Trinidad, another Caribbean brother, 44.31. And Kalen Kimbinashipi, 44.45. They're all through. That's Heat 2. Heat 3, the Zambian, the Botswana, the Italians. So that was Samokanga and Dori and Sito. They are qualified from Heat 3. From Heat 4, Quincy Hall, who also looked very good, and 44.28 and 44.10, 2 U.S. runners, brilliant times. And by the way, they weren't stretching 2 people, so that's interesting. You run that good a time, and you weren't pressured, really. Quincy Hall, Samuel Ogazi, and Reese Holder. We go to Heat 5. And by the way, I should go back here and say this, actually. Let me go back to, what am I missing here? No, it wasn't here, but as you know, Gardner, actually, from Bahamas, was a scratch. Kirani James won Heat 5. Christopher Morales Williams and Darshana Singapuraji, they're all qualified. And then for the last heat, Heat 6, we have Dobson Charles, Alexander Doom, Charles Dobson, and Javonna Powell. And Powell, who looked across, I'm not sure why everyone want to do that when they're struggling in stretch. So those are your qualifiers for the next round, the semifinal for the 400 meters men, which should be run tomorrow. So we're going to go to pull up my favorite event. Well, maybe my second favorite event, because I love the Women 100. So Miss Sexy Simone, what's your views on these upcoming? You can unmute yourself now. I didn't mute you.
Yes. Well, I'm actually hoping my dog in the race is Kishane. And
you mean your person in the race?
Yes.
I'm just helping you. I'm just helping you. Oh, your guy.
My
okay,
guy.
Okay.
My
okay.
guy. My dude. My dude.
Okay.
And so I'm expecting Kishane. I'm expecting Noah. And who else?
There's a bunch of runners there, you know.
Yeah, Degrassi. The guy.
I bet he doesn't make this. He's not making the semis. That's my bet. He's not making the semis. No, I mean the finals. Sorry, not semis.
Okay. So you think Curly and Benaric gonna make it?
I gotta look through the list, but I have DeGrasse not making it. DeGrasse struggled in the first round. He's not making the final. So people, we have three rounds here. Let's go to the runners. Semifinal 1, people. Men's 100 meters semifinal, Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Here are the runners in semifinal number 1. And there's only one person whose personal best is not under 10 seconds. So, Fejiri Ash Favor Hogini, that's a long name. He's from Nigeria in lane 1. Recoy Braithwaite is in lane 2. He's the only person who hasn't run under 10 seconds. Benjamin Asamati is in lane 3. Noah Lyles, USA, lane 4. Louis Hitchcliffe is in lane 5. Oblique, the man, in lane 6. Emmanuel Essimi is in lane 7. Chitur Ali, lane 8. And Sean Maswan Ganyi is in lane 9. That's heat 1 of the men's 400 meters coming up in the next 11 minutes. Sorry, not 9 minutes, 11 minutes. Should be a sparkling race. Looking forward to it. Can't, as what's his name from the Giants says, from the Jets says, can't wait. Cannot wait, people. This should be a sparkling. Let me know who your picks are. We'll go to the list again. Let me know who your picks are. Hi, Max. How you doing? Hi, Max. How you doing? You come back again. Yeah, you give me wrong name, call me Kanye. Me no Kanye. Hey, IMAX, yeah, this me not me a Kanye, you know. First of all, me not have Kanye money. Me not also me not have him madness either. So you can't call me Kanye. But if you give me his money, I'll take his name, but I don't want the other baggage that comes with it. I'll take his name, but not the baggage. So we'll go through this list. So it should be splendid people. So you're now walking again. Every time we see you in a different place. I see a limo there actually in the background. I can't hear you. Can't hear you.
I told you I'm going to a watch party. So you know there's big shots at this place.
Oh, okay. You mean people with money?
Yes.
Well, that's why I'm home. That's why I'm home, because I don't have any. That's why I'm home.
You know what? I'm gonna turn off my cameras so you can't see. You know, I keep my location.
I don't me I hide from, or somebody else. Yeah, I hide from. Come on, then I hide from me. You know, I hide from me, and me I hide from somebody else.
That's funny.
You're not hiding from me at all. Somebody else you're hiding from. Keep hiding. Keep. I don't see Bev though. Where's Bev? I see Bev is. I know Bev is there with you.
Yeah, she left. She left me. She went ahead.
So you're in a massive location. Don't tell me. Oh no, you back at that place again? Really?
Bertram,
I just recognize where you are. Really?
How do you know it? Well, why? How do you know?
Because I can anticipate based on what the environment look like. It's in Queens, correct? Let me just say that it's in Queens, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So I know where you are.
You know, I'm working. I'm at my office.
Yeah, I know it's the office. So how are they running though? You won anything yesterday? They're running well?
Actually, they're in Saratoga.
So why you can't get me? Can you just give me a piece of one of those? And I just my charm, and I can get one of those, so I can reap in the rewards when they do well, and I don't have to take the cost when they don't do well.
Oh no! That's not how it works. You should know. You're an accountant. You should know this. Come on. Of all people, I asked you to join my partnership, but you don't want to.
Somebody want to ask, what do you do for a living?
Wow, that's a lot of things.
Do they really want to know? Do they really want to know? Enough things in it. Let me just say this: she just makes a lot of money. That's what she does. In a lot of different things. So wait a minute. Let me name the thing. So you're accountant. So you're a CPA. You're a doctor of law. You're a professor. You're a horse. You own horses. What don't you do? Frankly, seriously. Yeah. Don't tell us. We don't want to. We don't know. Too much stuff for her. Too much stuff for us. But you're supposed. You know what? You give me a hard time. You're supposed to be a track and field expert. You've run at the Olympics, and I thought you're going to be here today to analyze it and educate people like me who are not informed. And you are there going to some racetrack. Talking about you're going to watch track and field and racetrack. I don't understand that. That's not good.
Well, I'm actually giving you.
Hey, by the way, Bernie, which is what you love, you have some admirers in the crowd. They say you look young. She's only 21. She's only 20.
Oh my God. I'm only 16. Come on, what are you talking about? I'm underage.
Oh, I forgot you're underage. Yeah, you're underage. You're
underage.
16. I told you she's gonna give me a hard time about this. She's kittish. Well,
Kittishan.
She's Kittishan, but she's actually Jamaican. Seriously, she's Kittishan, but you couldn't tell because she's only around Jamaicans 24/7, 365. So she can be a Kittishan when she's not around people from St. Kitts.
Okay, so
So wait, are you gonna watch the Olympics where you are? You're gonna watch the Olympics where you are?
Absolutely. Come on, it has like thousands of TV here.
Oh, okay.
So.
Oh Lord, I saw Bev again. Wait, by the way, so we lost
Beverly
it.
wasn't there. My twin.
Beverly, how you doing?
So she was an Olympian as well.
Yes, I know you both ran. I thought she was the fast one.
Bertram, did I lose you?
Her up. You're like Tia and Tina Clayton, except she was the fast one and you backed her up.
I think I lost.
I don't think she can hear. Well, you're muted. I think you're I think she's muted. Yeah, she's muted. So that was Sexy Simone, who is now back. You are muted. You're muted. You're muted. Oh, you're
I
on now.
think I
Good.
lost you, Bertram.
No. I have you now. You're back. You're back. You lost me a long time ago, but that's another story.
Let me
You're
see.
back. You're back.
Let me
You're
see.
you're back. I think I've lost her. By the way, I think I've lost her. She's not there. So that was Sexy Simone and her sister, her twin sister. And they went to some other event because they go to they're at the racetrack, obviously, which they have a lot of TV. She said, "Oh Lord, I know to be on a Jamaican channel because how you guys think about people. The likes number are not what they should be. I know it's 75 people in the chat, but trust me, I can know how much people are going in and out. It's much more than the 75. Please hit the like button. The button under my logo in the corner. Please hit the like button." No, I don't control them. No, they just dropped off, so they'll come back if they are able to. No, she does have horses that race for her, so they're probably there watching their horses run. So no, we'll see if they're able to join us. People, it's 14:01. Let me put up this list. I don't know what NBC's doing, but they're upsetting me because the race should start in 4 minutes. I don't see. I see Noah Lyes. So I'm in NBC now. Okay. I see Noah. They're showing me high jump on one channel, but I see Noah Lyes in lane 4. Let me go back, people. So men's 100 meters. Let me do this. Noah's bouncing around. I think he's nervous. I don't think I've ever seen Noah that nervous before. Noah's nervous, people. I can tell. He's nervous. This is going to be an interesting race. Well, I appreciate you being here because I support you too, JD. Sorry, IMAX. I know I support you too, so I appreciate you being here supporting me, sir. And IMAX, you have to come on my channel one of these days. That's the ultimate support because I'm gonna come on yours and Colleen. We have a phone number here. Again, Colleen, it's on WhatsApp. It's running at the bottom. So when these races are finished, you can call in. I may drop off and come back for the finals, or I may just stay on through the whole thing. We'll see. Probably will stay on actually. But people, we're at 14:03. It's 2 minutes to race time. This is the schedule for the first heat of the 100 meters final. And I'm saying Jamaica, hot. Yes, Brandon. Money has to be made. That's why people have the 5 jobs. They're showing you a previous race where the World Championship where Seville came fourth. That not happened again today. Where Noah won, Oblique need a better start to beat him. And I think Donald Hughes was, second or third in that race? If Donald gets a good start, Donald is dangerous. Problem with Donald, his starts is atrocious. Okay. I hear you, IMAX. So I have to help you to improve your sports acumen in various fields, because we know we do NFL football, we do basketball, we do track, we do, but your soccer knowledge is much more expansive because you do countries which I don't even look at. So I'll give you that. But anyway, people, 14:04, men's 100 meters, first of 3 heat semifinal. In lane 1 is Tajiri Hash, lane 2 Rockaway Braithwaite, lane 3 Benjamin Azamati, lane 4 Noah Lyes, lane 5 Louis Hincliffe, lane 6 the Jamaican Oblique Seville, lane 7 is Emmanuel Esimi, lane 8 Ali Chituru, and lane 9 Sean Maswagani. Men's 100 meters semi-final heat 1, Oblique Seville is in lane 6, and we're looking forward to him running well. You see the best times on the screen, season's best. The best this season is Noah Lyes. More recently ran 9.81. Oblique ran 9.82. I think when he beat him in Jamaica, actually. So, and Noah beating himself up, but we'll see what happens. I'm on my seat, people. We have to sit up because. Okay, Max. So we can talk that because my channel will be talking a lot about basketball and NFL football. All right, people. Big race, big time, big luck. I am picking Oblique 1, Noah Lyles 2. That's what I'm picking. You don't have to win in it. You got to come top 2. Oblique 1. Noah Lyles 2. I'm struggling for third. I'm only picking the first 2. Well, Father Hype is the champion in the 100 and 200 for the world champion. So we can't just call him Father Hype. He's Father Hype for a reason. And by the way, people, it's good to have somebody promoting track and field, especially in the US, because look, Hincliffe ran good in the semifinal. His best time is 9.95, so we'll see what happens. Noah Lyles' mom in the stands, very, very nervous, looking down, not looking up. Oblique is on the screen, at least on my second screen. And we see a lot of Jamaicans. They're showing Jamaicans, the advertisement, actually. Something as I'm watching here, 2 screens. Now I look nervous, though, people. I'm telling you the truth. Emmanuel Isimi from Cameroon. Looks good. Then we have Chatur Ali, and then we have Maswagani Sean. Men's 100 meters semi-final. Heat 1 of 3. They're on their marks. Heads down, people are rocking. Gotta come to a standstill. Can't move in that block and create that automatic gun to go off. And they're off. Oblique gets a really good start. It's Oblique Seville, and here comes Noah. It's Oblique. Noah Lyles, Oblique, Noah, Oblique looking across, Oblique jacking, Oblique, Noah Lyles. Oblique look real easy, people. Boom! As them say. Oblique eased down in the last 10 to 15 meters. I'm ready, people. I'm ready. Let me say, I'm ready, people. I'm ready. I'm ready, people. Oblique didn't give everything in the semifinal, people. Now I'm bowling in here like I got it. No, I don't think so. I think Hincliffe may have come third. So let's watch the race again. I'm actually watching another stream, a slower stream. Oblique got a brilliant start. Oblique beside Hincliffe. So Oblique pulling away from Hincliffe. Noah's in the back, now pulling away. Oblique looking around, glancing around, looking across. Hincliffe did a really job of coming back for third. But Oblique 9.80. Rounded up to 9.81. So it's his best time of the season, people. He looked across at Noah at the finish line, maybe about 5 meters out. And Noah's looking across, doesn't realize he's got beaten. Noah may come fifth in the finals. Noah may come fifth in the finals. I'm telling you, people, if you look at Kishane, if you look at how Curly's running, how Benarek is running, runners press, no matter what. Look at when Bolt beat thank you, IMAX. Look at when Bolt beat my man. Geez, my brain is going to freeze. I'm watching the race again, people. That's why my brain's freezing. Gatlin, I'm talking about. He was in the World Championship. He had the race won, Oblique won easy, by the way, people. You don't want to realize how easy he won until 10 meters out. He's looking across 10 meters out, glancing. He won easily. Now he's pushing. This is not even close. I'm telling you. It's not a close race. Look at Oblique. Yes, his jaws are jumping, which you expect, but he's relaxed. You know what? I'm sorry I can't even listen to the commentary, people, because I can't turn my thing up. As IMAX tell me that YouTube will cancel me. IMAX is one of my educators on YouTube, by the way, people, as to how to do these things. So they tell me they will cancel me. As I'm probably stupid to turn this up. But big run by people. We start feel better. We can start feel better for the finals, people. We may not win the finals. We may not even get up, but we go in the mix, people. We're in the mix. Yeah, no, I'm telling you. You look at how Noah's been running. He hasn't won a race yet, and up even 100. They showed me the race again from the start. Oblique is out there. He at least has a meter leader, Noah. By the way, Kingsgale ran a brilliant race to come second because the runner on the outside, who is Tajiri Ash, looked like he was going to get even second or third, and he ran out. So here are the outcome, people. Oblique Seville, 1. Noah Lyes, 2nd. Louis Hincliffe, 3rd. Ishmael Isimi, I was talking about Ash. No, it was Ashimi I meant, who looked like he was going to come third, but he ran out, came fourth. So we have automatic qualifiers is Oblique and Noah. Fastest time does count to people. So you're talking about 9.97 for Louis Incliffe. That's not bad. That may not make it, to be honest, but that's not a terrible time given the times that he run. But these two are the big deal here. But in 100 meters, 9.81, 9.83, and I'm looking across, that's a 9.78, 9.77 right there by Seville. Easily between, let me refresh that, 9.76, I think, and 9.78 by Seville. When you're 9.81 and you look across twice and you keep your head to the left for the last 5 or 6 meters and you start looking across at the 90-meter mark, all 5 transitions of the race was good. His start was good. The whole race was good. The whole race was good. Love how he runs, actually. Start was, yeah. Start was good. Drive phase good. Transition good. The acceleration good. Well, no, 4 or 5 was good. The finish wasn't good. So let me rephrase that. The finish wasn't good, people. I don't like people finish like that. To me, the finish wasn't good. But the start was brilliant. He got up. I got to see the starting time, actually. So let's look at the starting time. Seville was 0.146. The only person better were Chituru Ali and Hincliffe, right? Because he got up with Hincliffe, and he left Hincliffe after the first 10 meters. So you see start was good. His drive phase was really good. He came out of his drive phase really well. His transition was good. His acceleration was good, and he maintained that acceleration. The finish wasn't the greatest. So of the 5 phases of the run, the finish wasn't the greatest. Bless up, Bessa. Bless up, AC. Bless up, BM. Thanks, everyone, for joining. I am Max Brando. Appreciate everybody being here. People, lick up my like button. People, lick up the like button. 138. We need the like button to get to about 200 by now, people. It's in the left-hand corner. For those you don't know, where it has a thumbs up, please hit the like button. Heat number 2, people. Heat 2. We hype, people. We hype. And by the way, this is Heat 2. Kishane is not in the seat. It's Akeem. Come, Akeem. This is a tough race, actually. If I was to pick winners in this race, I think Ben Narek will win. Leslie Tobogo like to look across too much to win races. So in this race, we have Ronaldo Espinoza, Emmanuel Matadi, Akeem Blake, lane 4, Letsil, we call him Letsi, Tobogo. Oh, Simbini. I forgot about Simbini, I think. Akane Simbini from South Africa. Kain Sola Ajayi. Kenneth Benarek, US, is in lane 7. Marshall Jacobs, the Olympic champion, in lane 8. And Joshua Artman in lane 9. Men's 100 meters, Heat 2. Oh, damn. What happened to my thing? Something froze here, people. See me panicking. Can't get my list up. All right. I'm in a better place now. And Hakeem Blake is in lane 3, people. Come, Hakeem. Run the rest of your life. I see Benarek mom. I didn't know Benarek was mixed race. His mom is a Caucasian. Awesome. I didn't know he was mixed. He doesn't look mixed. Matadi 2, Espinoza 1, Blake 3, Tobogo 4, Simbini 5, Ajayi 6, Bednarek 7, Jacobs 8, and Hartman lane 9. Men 100 meters, Heat 2 of 3. Or as we say in Jamaica, Heat 2 of 3. Heat 2 of 3 people. Tobogo is there smiling. Simbini and Maya and Omanyala always don't produce again the medal, even though they run consistently all year round. So we'll see what happened to them. Oh, it's foster mom. Okay, not blood. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see the mix back there. Emerson, bless up. I was gonna come in, people. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, people. Come on, people. 197 people. Come on, people. Come. I don't want other people watch it. If me I do a bad job, and tell me now, so I can try to improve. But there's no excuse then not hit the like button if you think I'm doing an okay job, right? All right, people. This is the semifinal, Heat 2. The favorite in the race to me should be Benderek. And Tobago. That's from my perspective, actually. Jacobs, to me, hasn't ran well enough to be in that category, even though he has the best time, personal best, 980. From he won the Olympics final in Tokyo, I haven't really seen much of him. So, and his season best is 992. So they're lined up, people. They're on their marks. Men's. Why is oh Lord, my screen froze. What the hell, people? You don't believe this. One of my screen froze, and it's the main one. Someone missed the race. This is a tragedy, people. My screen froze on me. NBC froze. I have a problem with Verizon. I paid my bill. This is awful. The race is over, and I missed the race. Looked like Simbini won it. My screen froze, people. I really apologize, but I'm going to watch a race on this screen. I'm going to replay the race. But I have two screens. My NBC screen froze. And I've been having a discussion with Verizon for the longest. And they have not fixed it because I paid them a lot of money for cable, and I'm not happy. I see they're showing Simbini and Benarek on the screen and Tobago, but let me call the race again, people. I apologize for that, but my NBC screen froze because it's the fastest screen. Simbini won easily. Looked like Tobago maybe second. The race is off. Let me see it from another screen. Tobago looking well. Simbini in the middle of the park. So it's Tobago, Simbini, Tobago, Jacobs, Benderek. That's what it looks like to me. It looked like Simbini, Tobago, Jacobs, Benderek. We'll see what the official results are. It was an even at the 15 of people. Jacobs came through really well. Tobago got run by. Simbini ran away. It looked like Simbini, Tobago, Jacobs, Benderek. I don't know what happened to NBC. Now you want to show me the race? It's a little bit late. I'm looking at the race again. Simbini looked comfortable, people. Real comfortable. Jacobs did a good job of getting in front of Benderek. Tobago second. I apologize, people, but my NBC screen froze. The time I came back, the race was almost done. So Sabini came through, surprisingly. That's not what they normally do. So here are the results. And by the way, people, see the time? And I should say this. Blake finished fifth, actually. 10.06. So not his best. He ran a decent race, but he couldn't get away. It's a tough field. So the automatic qualifiers, I think Benderek is out. I'm shocked about Benderek, by the way, even though it's a good 200-meter runner. So we have the qualifiers, Simbini and Tobago. Boy, the final's got to be hot. So from Heat 1, we had Noah Lyes and Oblique Seville. So remember, we have the winners of each heat, which is 3 heats, so 6. And then we're going to have the fastest qualifiers. Not sure. I think it's 3 fastest for the qualifiers. So right now, we don't know who those are yet. So look at the time again, people. 9.87 for Simbini. There's a Tobago 9.91. Jacobs, season's best, 9.92. Jacobs actually ran well. And then we have Benderek 9.93. Let's see for the first heat, what the best time was, 9.97. So if we look at 9.97 versus 9.93, this heat had, the first heat had the 2 faster runners, but this heat, they were closer, right? 9.93 is the worst versus 9.97 next heat. So I think Incliff is out, given who's in the next heat, actually. And you will have possibly both Jacobs and Benderek may make the final. This is the final heat coming up, people. People, 123 likes. People, let me stop begging them, man. Just hit the like button now. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please hit the like. Hey, IMAX, tell the people on this thing run from the IMAX. They are the expert on this. People, they might frustrate me. Ciao. I'm not a Kendrick Lamar fan of IMAX, so I don't know what to say about that. I think the final's going to be 9-6. 9-6-5, I'm predicting. Because if you're running 9-8-1 looking around, that's about a 9-7. It may not be a 9-6 in there. You know why? Because Noah doesn't look in a 9-7 zone. And if he's not, then who's going to push the person? Who's going to push Kishane or whoever else to run? That's going to be tough. I think it's going to be about 9-7 flat. Going to be about 9-7 flat, people. That's what I think. 9-7 flat. And NBC, please don't mess up again. This is so embarrassing. I saw the race subsequent to the race's completion because NBC likes to freeze up these things. I don't know why. And they're trying to show me high jump now. which I don't want to see. I want to see my final with my man Kishane. Hey, people, don't sleep on Oblique, you know, because everybody has to Kishane now, I know. Don't sleep on Oblique, people. Don't sleep on Oblique. Because Oblique, you know, Oblique was partly injured, right? Now, the question for some runners is, how do they recover? Because the race is only 2 hours from now. Yes. So in this race, we have Puripol Bunsoon, Andre DeGrasse from Canada, Zarnell Hughes, who his start is his race. If he starts well, you're in trouble. If he starts poorly, he's out. Kishane Thompson, the Jamaican phenom, the unknown phenom, the man who has been the talk of the sprinting world for the last few months subsequent Jamaica trial. Hakeem Sani Brown from Japan, who ran well in the heats, actually, and is always on the cusp for years. Ferdinand Omanyala, brilliant runner. As you can see, has a 9.977, but doesn't always produce at the end. He'll make the final. Fred Curley. This is our people. You're right about that, actually. This should provide the fastest heat. Rashid Saminu and Benjamin Richardson. This race should produce the fastest heat by a good little distance. Between Thompson, Omanyala, and Fred Curley and Zarnell Hughes, I don't expect this is not DeGrasse, actually. If DeGrasse makes it here, I'll be shocked. 200, yes. 100, I don't think so. Big race, people. Big race. This is a big race. In fact, this could be a final of 100. I know. Unfortunately, that's not the case. If you just joined us, your host just didn't see the first running of the 100 meters heat 2 because NBC decided to. No, not NBC, Verizon decided to mess up. I shouldn't blame NBC. I should blame Verizon. They're my carrier. Why Fred Curley looks serious and nervous. Because he knows saying another racer. You have Zarnell Hughes, you have Omanyala, you have Curley, and you have Kishane. 4 people who are brilliant runners. Lorenzo said 9.68 run for the final. We'll see. People, get the likes up to 260 now, people. Come on, man. In fact, the likes should be about 300. People, if you're in the chat, you haven't hit the like button, please do. Maybe I'm begging them. See them, I'm begging. I'm going up on my knee. I'm going on my head. Put the like button, people. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Come on, people. More other people watch this stream now. And people, I haven't said this for the whole session I've been here. If you have never subscribed to my channel, and if you like it, can you hit the like button? Please do so. No, this is heat 3. This is not heat 2. This is heat 3 of 3. This is the hot race. Hot race, people. Hot race. Lane 1, Bunsoon. Lane 2, DeGrasse. Lane 3, Hughes. Lane 4, Thompson, which is Kishane, by the way, Jamaican. Lane 5, Sonny Brown. Lane 6, Omanyala. Lane 7, Curley, Fred, former world champion. Lane 7, Rashid Sabinu, and Benjamin Richardson from South Africa ends in lane 8. The men's 100 meters semifinal, heat 3 of 3. Heat 3 of 3, people. We're there. Ready. How come my guest didn't come? I thought Sexy Simone was going to come back, you know. Heat 3 of 3, people. Kishane is blowing, which he should do. He should take deep breath and blow out. World record is 9.58. Usain Bolt. And the Olympic record, I think, is Hussein also. What's 9.6 something, actually. What's it? 9.63. All right, people, ready to go. Ready to run. Kishane Thompson is the fourth fastest Jamaican ever with 9.77. And we know that number 2 is Mr. Blake, who's had a tough year. All right, NBC, we don't want to see a picture of boat. No, we just want statue. We just want to see the man up on them line. So I want to see. We just want to see the race over because it's just cheap the last time. No, I'm telling you, I said this yesterday. A big name will miss out on the finals, no doubt. Because remember, Ben Arek came 4th in the last race, and Jacobs came 3rd. So with Sabini winning, so you never know. All right, people. Game time, race time, game time, must time. Ready to go, people. Ready to go. They're on their marks, and my system is starting to look like he wants to mess up. Please hold up. Just give me the one race now. You can mess up all you want to mess up afterwards. I don't know what Verizon is doing. I talked to them 4 times yesterday. It worked out in the afternoon, but it seems like it wants to mess up again. I do have an alternative, but I want to watch it here. Ready to go, people. Ready to go. They're up and they're off. Kishane is there. It's Kishane from the Japanese. It's Kishane out in front. Here comes Curly. It's Kishane and Curly. Kishane looking across. Kishane looking across. 9.80. Curly is second. I don't know what's happening to my NBC channel, but it's messed up my Verizon channel. But people, Jamaica has 2 in the final, and Oblique will be standing beside Kishane. So maybe they should just drag each other over the line. Curly's smiling, came second, 9.80 people. 9. Looking across, wait, Richardson may have made it, It's between, so let me watch the race again, people, live. Kishane is off. Kishane is ahead. Curly's coming forward. Omanyala running out. Kishane and Benjamin. Omanyala came last. That's amazing, people. Benjamin Richardson looked like he came third, if I'm not missing. I thought Sonny Brown looked good in the middle. So it was Kishane beside Sonny Brown, and Kishane looks easy. Real easy. People. Hit the like button. We have 357 people. Come on, people, man. Hit the like button, man. Come on, chat. I know everyone in the chat is not Jamaican, so I can't talk patois 24/7, but I'm getting frustrated, people. When I get frustrated, I talk I'm going to call it my native language. Oh, no, hit the like button, people. Hit the like button. Put your finger and hit the like button. So I can't smile now. Make me smile to now. All right, people. I'm watching the race for the 4th time. He got a brilliant start. Sonny Brown beside him. Omanyala falling far back. Curly with his power coming through. And Benjamin Richardson on the outside did a brilliant job. Sonny Brown came 4th. So let's see the time. 9.8, 9.80. Yeah, Benneret may have made it. You're right about that. And Jacobs. 9.95. No, I think Jacobs tied with Benjamin. They got to sort that one out. So let's look at the time, people. It's 9.80, 9.84. Automatic qualifiers. 9.95 is the best time here for Benjamin. And 9.96 is Sonny Brown. Omanyala came second. Omanyala, I've never seen Omanyala run over 10 seconds in years. I don't know what happened to him. Or 10.08, whatever he ran. So we had a 9.92 and a 9.93. Those 2 are through. I think it's 3 makes it. If I'm not mistaken, is it 2 or 3? So those 2 with Jacobs and Benderek definitely. We have 9.97, so it'd be a 9. If there's 3, it'd be a 9.95. So Benderek is in and Jacobs is in. So the second heat, which wasn't the most decorated heat, frankly, of all the heats, that's where the 4 runners are coming from. 4 of probably the 5 people. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It's Kranky Live. Go in and subscribe, people. Hit on the thing and subscribe. And by the way, now that y'all here, I have another channel, people, that talks about everything under the sun. So we talk about everything except sports. It's called Balanced Views. We talk about enough politics. So if you're watching the current U.S. presidential race, I just started this channel about 3-4 weeks ago. And it's going okay so far. But I'm talking about Kamala Harris. I'm talking a lot about the former President Donald Trump. A lot of conversation, people. A lot of conversation about a lot of things. What the hell happened here? A lot of conversation about a lot of things, people. So you should come and join my channel. I'm going to drop it in the link at some point, actually. And people, if you're going to leave now, join me here for the finals, actually. I'll be here for the finals live and direct to watch the finals. There are 2 Jamaicans in it. And the way they ran, it could be 1-2. So we'll see what happens. Let me find my link and put my link up for those channels. But it's really pleasing to see, after what happened with the women, that we're in a good place for the men's. And that bodes well for the 4x1 also, people. Because I thought Akeem ran well, even though he didn't win his race or didn't place for the final. I thought he ran well, actually. So that's a good thing, really, really good thing. So I'm pasting one of my channels here, people. So click on it and go and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. See the link? Subscribe, people. think that's my Balance View channels. And then I'll post my and if you don't love politics, I'm gonna talk about a lot of things which are socially conscious matters on my channel, and I'm gonna do it 9 p.m. US time. So you should come over and join. So I just dropped the Kranky Live channel and the Balance View channels, people. So that's the Kranky Live channel, that's the Balance View. Please subscribe. And if you haven't hit the like button, please do so for this stream. People, so we're happy, brilliant day. Brilliant day, apart from Verizon messing up my stream for the Heat 2, but Heat 3 was brilliant. Heat 2 was brilliant. Heat 1 was brilliant. We knew we were going to lose some people, and apparently, people, we have lost Omanyala. That is tragic, I'm telling you. For a person who has run that well, it's hard to believe that that he ran out. Truly hard. I'm going to try to pull this up again and bring up the final list. I'm not sure, I lost the feed here. But no, this is awesome, people. Totally awesome that Jamaica has 2 athletes in the final of the men's 100 meters in the 2024 Olympic Games. You cannot make it up. After we have had the last Olympic Games where our men weren't showing up and we started getting really perturbed. We were spoiled by Usain Bolt and Blake and the other runners who ran in that time, the Frasers of the world and the Weirs of the world were very much spoiled. 2012, 2016, 2008. But having said that, we have something to cheer about now for the 100 meters for men. And it's not only the 100 meters, people, it's the relays also. It's the relays. So I'll say this. I am extremely, come on, people, hit the like button. 162, 374. Those numbers are, I think the 374 is feeling a little bit concerned because 162 doesn't merit. I like to have my likes and my people watching the channel be equate and be the same. Or actually, no, my likes should be more than who is watching. You know why? Because people come and go because it's YouTube, right? They're in and out. It's like a revolving door. Some people come on, people, but I tell you, if on my normal, I normally don't do this, People will say that's not true, Kranky, you do it. But I have stopped doing it for the last couple of weeks on my regular channel because a lot of my viewers are returning viewers, so they know what this situation is. Give this a track and field. Some people will join who have never done this before. You can subscribe and I'm going to hurt you. You can decide whether you want to watch my channel subsequent to today. And I think I'm going to bring you more content than what I traditionally bring you. Right now, I talk on my channel mainly Jamaica football and EPL, but I'm going to talk NBA, NFL, and whatever sports that you want to talk about. So join the channel, people. And also come join the live. People, you want to call in? The number is run across the stream, 347-728-8265. It's on WhatsApp. So if you're calling from Jamaica, I'm not in charge. It's free. Come on, so I don't love freeness. I don't know, go beat me for that, but I don't love freeness. So hit the like button, people. Hit the like button and hit the phone. Let's talk. The 100 meters would be run, is it 350? I looked it up. So we have some time for that event, actually. Let's see what's the next upcoming event, people. Let me go back here. Oh, they have hammer throw, women's 800 meters semifinal coming to you now, actually. So let's call that one up. Women's 800 meters semifinal, and there are 3 semifinals. I like how they, it's historically in the Olympics way back when. It used to be 2 semifinals, wasn't it? Let me take this off. I'm not sure. Let me stop this and go back. But 3 semifinals and using time. Do you prefer that, people, or just 2 semifinals where you just have the top 4? Let me know. Because sometimes you run based on your competition. That happens, right? You run based on your competition. If you're running the heat, for example, with O'Shane and with Seville, which was a much faster heat, which was shockingly enough wasn't the heat where the top 4 runners come from. So maybe that didn't work actually in terms, because you maybe get discouraged if you're running beside Thompson Oblique, and you may feel better when you run against the Benderick Jacobs heat. actually. So this is women 800 meters. This is heat 1 of 3. So let me pull this up and take off this thing off the screen. Heat 1, Abby Caldwell. Heat 2, Valentina Rosa Malia. So it's Australia, Sweden, Noel Yarigo. I'm not sure if it's Benin. We have Natalia Gould in this race, people. So Gould is in this race. And Gould always go to the front. And she looks like she wants to do that, actually. Let's see how Gould running this race. Should be a very good race. And by the way, people, my friend said she joined me for the final. So those of you who want to see her again, she'll be coming in for the final. That's an incentive for you to come. So let's see how Natalia in this race. Natalia Gould is in front. She's leading the pack. The pack is pretty close up. And by the way, people, there are no lanes in 800. You run your lane first, and then after you run in your lane, you sort of cut in after a couple hundred meters. So Natalia Gould is in front. I'm trying to pick out second. It looks like the Yarigo is in second, it looks like. On my right. Marawa in third. Yarigo is in second. And Cooper is in, am I seeing that right? Is in fourth. They're coming around the bend for the first 300 in 33, 34. I wonder why Gould. So Gould doesn't have the best kicks. I guess she has to be out in front, right? must be IMAX. So we around the first going the turn to go in the backstretch. And Gould got clipped a while ago, people. She's still in the race. They're now pushing past her. Gould is looking up at the clock. They're going around now. Coming down to the finish line, Gould is running out. She ain't going to make it. She's dead 20 meters out. She almost stopped. She's dead 20 meters out. It is Mara who won from Kenya. And looked like Mesili from Ethiopia may have been second. Yeah, Gould didn't have the best race, people. She went out in front as she normally does, but 800 is not her thing, so we shouldn't be shocked. Tough race for Gould. Tough race. Tough race for Gould. So Gould is out. I'll post the results as they put them up on the screen. Yeah, the Ethiopian came second, and the fight between Cooper and Gill for third. Tough race. Tough race. So Heat 2 is coming up, and then Heat 3 will follow. I think the Great Britain, Kelly Hutchinson, though, is going to be the person to beat, actually, in this race. So Mara second, Mesili was second. I'm sorry, Mara won, and then Daly Cooper Gasper came third. So as you know, the first two qualified. So Mary Mora and Worknesh Mesili, probably messing her name up, came second. And Mora was running so hard, it wasn't warranted. She's going to win the race. Why are you spending all that energy when you got to run another race? At some point, save your energy. You're winning easily. People, man, I'm going to keep asking until they do it now. 184, 240, numbers don't work. Come on, people, hit the like button. I'm not sure what NBC is drinking, people, but it keeps wanting to click out sometimes. So Mora and Mesili are the ones, or Mestel, whatever her name is, are the ones who qualify for the finals of the women's 800. We have the next heat coming up, which is we have Majtai Kohlberg from Germany, lane 1, Jebet Kiprotich, lane 3, Then we have Gabriela Gajanova, lane 4. Look like, is that Slovakia? Lane 5 is Gemma Ricky from Great Britain. Lane 6 is Renelle Lamote. I'm not sure why my screen is switching here on me. Lane 7 is Tisiji Dugoma. Boy, I'm telling you, you got to go to pronunciation school for these names. Lane 8 is Shafiqua Maloney, and lane 9 is Juliet Whitaker. So they're beating up JD about tracks now. Hey, JD, so you're coming to new territory, JD. I saw you going to JD. So some people come to your football channel, you beat them. And see, JD, you get some of your own medicine now. Mr. is IMAX, I get some own medicine when they come on tracks. I know you know when you say no. If you're an athlete, can you tell me you used to run now, JD? So, Mr. IMAX, if you used to run, then you got to follow athletics at some point. And I was making the case this morning, even though I was getting some beaten about this, that I was very impressed with Shannon Sharp's knowledge of track and field. He wasn't just talking out of you know what. He actually knows what he's talking about. Shannon's a very knowledgeable track and field aficionado. And he was reflected, I watched him last night, he and Ochocinco and Gatlin talking about how the US did. I was very impressed with his track and field knowledge. Very impressed. I was supposed to have 2 guests today. One didn't turn up. And as you can see, the other one, she was in transit. So what do you run, JD? The 5 meter race? Which race you run? 10 meters. Which race you run, JD? No, Shannon was an athlete, but was he a track and field athlete? I could see him throwing the discus or the shot put. I don't see what else he would do. But maybe he ran track. He probably became bigger when he became a tight end. What did JD? Yeah, JD say my track and field, but maybe he ran a 10. You know, some people run 10 meters. You know that go Romy and 50 meters. Then I run 100 and 200. So I would say this: I was never track and field athlete. Me I feel run down something, people. Me not just run out open space. So me I feel run off of something. I don't know what that means. Me can't just run down so. Where there's a ball or something else, me I run after, but me just run out open space. Me find that strange. CC. Hey, people. Hey, people. If you know you're Jamaican, say run 5,000, you man a runner. Let me tell you that right now. And in Jamaica, say run 5,000 meters and a runner. I know them a run, but so run on them house, but you run 5,000. With Jamaican runners here, run 5,000 cc. After 400, we start talking about the water there. Now run up. So we have people like Campbell who used to run long distance, but he was running by himself most of the time. He ain't nobody run on 5,000 meters cc. No Jamaican run 5,000. I know what you're talking about. And by the way, people, I said this yesterday. The 10,000 meter was Chip Cookie, I was messing his name up, won the other day, the first day of Olympics, track and field. One of the best races I ever witnessed. I mean, strategy was embedded in the race. Foolhardy was in the race. All sort of stuff mixed up. But a brilliant race. So we have Heat 2 people. And I called the names out already. They're on the board. For the women's 800 meters, Heat 2 of 3, or Heat 2 of 3. Yeah, JD. Hey, JD, I get beating me the football track now. Hey, JD, you can't talk to me again, no, JD. Hey, JD, because, hey, people, now say this. You know that there's somebody in Jamaica who talks about flexibility as some strategy in football. So I must say this. I am flexible when it comes to sports. I'll just say that, people, flexible. That's the only thing you should be flexible. We know football flexibility. We want football ability in terms of people to play multiple positions, but we don't know flexibility thing in football. What we want in football is a person's ability to play multiple positions. Now, some may call it flexibility, and if that's what they mean, fine. But that's not the style of play. But anyway, we won't digress from that. We're talking track and field. So let's see how this race run. I must admit, people, I haven't followed the 800 that much. except for maybe a couple of the English runners, actually. And I follow Natalia Gould. The rest of them I'm not totally familiar with. So if I can't call this race clearly as you would like, forgive me, but I'm not going to call names that I'm totally familiar with. So again, the names are Kohlberg Lane. I think Kohlberg's in lane 2. Let me pull this up. And they keep messing up here. 1 second. My screen just went out on me. 1405, 800. Not sure what happened. Let me pull this up again. So we're in heat 2 of 3, sorry. Kohlberg, Kiprotic, Gajanova, Ricky, Lamote, Dugama, Maloney, Whitaker. And they're off, people. They're in the first bend. It's an even race so far. Dakoma from Ethiopia is in front, and she looked like she's going to run. She looked like it's not going to be a difficult race, but she has a Britain beside her, Gemma Riki beside her, running well. So it's the Ethiopian and the British, colonizer and colonized, running beside each other. Even though Ethiopia said they've never been colonized, but they speak English, so at least their language was. So the Koma and Gemma Riki, Lamotte is in third from France. And people, I'm gonna say something as we go to the race. We go in the backstretch for the the 100 for the 400. People, I'm gonna say something after this race, which I think is very important. They go back to football. You know, we're not top about football. But the Juma's in front from Ricky. The Juma Ricky, that's the two right there. As they come around with another 300 meters to run, they're on the back stretch. The Juma is in front from Ricky. The Juma Ricky, and they stride by stride. The French athlete is falling back, and the St. Vincent athlete, who actually has run well in the previous round, is also falling back. The French athlete is now up there pushing, but no, it's the Juma, Ricky, and the French. The Vincentian is coming through, and she's stepping those long legs. She's talking them down, and then so it's the Juma, St. Vincent, the Juma, St. Vincent, the Juma, and the French athlete is third. You know, I messed their name up. I remember their names. So the Vinci, which is Shafiquika Maloney, came second. The Juma first. And Whitaker looked like she came through on the backstretch with a kick to finish the third. Brilliant race. Brilliant race. The Juma took the lead from the beginning. I'm watching the race again. They're going around the corner here to go home. The Juma's in front from Ricky. Lamonte, the French athlete, is trailing them, maybe put too much energy out. But the brilliant run by Maloney, frankly. Arms swinging, arms are up, pumping, legs going. Brilliant run. You can see the desire. And she almost pulled in the Juma. So she's made the final. Don't have to worry about time. Brilliant run. And it looked like Amote from the US may have come third. Brilliant run, people. So let me say this, people, because I want to say this as with the football. Because I know some of you here are Jamaicans, not everyone may be. As I know some aren't. Hit the like button, people. We have about 200 people and 190 like. It should be about 400 like by now, given the amount of people that's come through the stream. If you watch the Olympics and watch our track and field event, one thing you realize is that you can see how much energy the French athlete get from the crowd. Now, it may work in reverse, but I think it motivates them. There is nothing like playing sports, hearing your name being chanted, knowing the chant is for you, and you feel special, and it equates back to our football team. We don't go and support them, but in the US or the US, we don't go to games, so they can't hear us. It's important for us to do that. I must say, people, I'm watching the Vincentian again. Maloney, brilliant run. Simply brilliant run. We have the heat 3 coming up. So here's the time, people. And you can see the Guma, who was running really well. Maloney almost caught her, actually. So the Guma first, Maloney second. Those are automatic qualifiers. And you saw heat 1. It was Mora and Mezele. Automatic qualifier. So 158 is the best time in 1. 157. In fact, if you came third in each one, you can go home, I think, or almost. Yes, you can go home. If you came third, so only 2 from each one will go through. the 157.86 and 158.06. Because if you look at Heat 2, it's 157.76 and 157.78, which are both times, and even 158.01, all three are better than Heat 1. So the runner will only come from the time qualifiers, will only come from Heat 2. We have one Heat to go. Let me see what JD is saying to the rest of the people here. He's back and forth. No, my fans not beat you, no. It's you not being an athlete, but they might beat you. And not beat you, no. They must just talking about your athletic prowess outside of football. JD, when you're growing up, JD, didn't you play? So JD, you know, that's why I have my Kranky live video, JD, to show people how versatile I was. See me playing ping pong, no office smash. See me playing football, scoring goals and giving assists. You see me bowling 207. And that's why I put the score up, JD. And I only bowled 2 times in the last God knows how many years. Right, JD? Playing basketball, shooting. I didn't put any cricket up there because I didn't have a cricket bat to go play. I may hurt myself with the ball nowadays. So, JD, if you're an athlete, JD, I wouldn't say I'm an athlete, but I play a lot of sports. You should be playing a lot of sports. One thing I didn't do is try to run because I couldn't run. When I say couldn't run, meaning I was never going to run into an open space running on something. And I wasn't that fast anyway. So much more acumen playing sports versus athleticism. Devon, 968, Devon. Where Devon is coming to his. I gave my best at time. I gave my best time at 18 years old. For what event, JD? Come on, give you what your time was, JD. For what event? Yeah, Devon, I would agree that I'm thinking 970. Either Kishane or Oblique. Kishane looks brilliant, by the way. I'm not sure Noah will get a medal, I'm telling you. But if I would never say that. You know why? Because Omanyala shocked me finishing second to last in his 100. Running what? 10:08, which is way below in his 977 plus. That's criminal. Somehow the African runners in these sprints, even though Simbini ran well, and Talou's another one, they don't, but maybe it's the rounds people. I don't know what it is. So what was your time, JD? IMAX says he ran the 100. You know what? I'm not going to ask you for time. I'm not going to ask you for time. So did you run? Were you a sprinter? Did you run for your primary school? What do you do? Or you just ran for fun? Joe Grant is saying Kishane, Seville, Tobago, Fred. So you have a tie for third, Joe Grant? So no one now get no medal. I don't know if no one's gonna get the medal. You know, look, Noah turn up in the big meet. He may come third, but I don't see Kishane and Seville losing, given how they're running. And in fact, people, you know what the brilliant thing is? Now, I hope Noah doesn't get lane 8 because that's dangerous. I don't like people with ability to win races get lane 8 because you can't see them. But I don't know how to pick between, frankly. Look, Thompson look unbeatable, but Seville to me look good, people. Look good. Because Seville is one of the smoothest runners you'd ever see. He looked like he's just gliding down the track. I just love people with brilliant sprinting for him. Look like he's just gliding down the track. Joe Grant said third setup. Yes, he see Omanyala. Oh my Lord. I have no idea what happened there. He was trying. And we talked about he ran yesterday, didn't run today. And I'm sure the people in his home must be just saying. And also for Talou. You know, Talou pulled up yesterday, but she was like Omanyala. She was way down the track. She didn't pull up because, I pulled up because well, look, I don't know why she pulled, but she was losing the race when she pulled. That's my point. And she wasn't coming back, by the way. She was out of the race when she pulled. Not good. Not good at all, people. Not good. So we should have one more 800-meter race to go. One more semifinal. And if Keely Hodgkinson is the favorite, and she's been a favorite all year for this event. Let me pull it up. So we have Anais Bourgogne, Mary Almanza, Lillian Odira in lane 4, Claudia Hollingsworth in lane 5, Keely Hodgkinson lane 6, Prodin Sigodi Disco in lane 7, Nia Atkins in lane 8, and Rachel Pellard in lane 9. The women's third semi-final of the 800 meters. So another French athlete is here. Anais, France, Mary, Cuba, Lillian, Kenya, Hollingsworth, Australia, Hodkinson, Great Britain, Segudiso, South Africa, Atkins, I should say, USA, and Rachel Pellard from, is that Switzerland or Sweden? Can't tell. I think it's Switzerland, actually. JD, I can't put the wrong phone, JD. Have you called the other line?
I don't have the other line, Kranky.
I can tell you, man, track and field fine people. I'm a call in the middle of the race, so you know, man, track and field fine. But me not say nothing. It's just between me and you. I talk low, so him can't hear me. I know he's hearing. And make sure when he call in, I can I make sure he's on. Yes, he's connected. So people, this is gonna be the last race in the women's 800 meters semifinal, heat 3 of 3. The US is showing Nia Atkins in lane 8. So here are the lane assignments again. Borgoin lane, 1 second, messing this up. Make sure I see the lanes clearly. They're not showing the lanes here. This thing fell out again. Not a good look. I know why you're refreshing already. So Borgoin lane 2, Almanza lane 3 from Cuba, Odira, Kenya, Hollingsworth, Britain, Hollingsworth, Australia. They're off. Hodkinson, Britain, Segudiso, South Africa, Atkins, USA, and Switzerland, Pollard. They're off. It's an even race to date, going around first bend in the backstretch. No one is really in the lead, except the Fraviet, Keely Hodkinson. It looked like she's going to take it over. She should win this. Yep, she's in the lead from Pellard. Pellard running hard and getting stepped on twice. So Keely Hodkinson is in the lead from Pellard. JD, when we finish call the race, we talk to you, JD, all right? We call the race. When we finish, we talk to you. Stay up on the line. So
All right, no problem.
Hodkinson is in the lead from the Cuban. Almanza. Pellard is in third. It's bunched up, people. It's anybody's race. It's a tactical race. It's not a fast race. It's a tactical race, people. And that's when kickers get to show their stuff. And if you're not a kicker, you should be stretching the race out. If you're not a kicker, you should be stretching the race out. Don't be running while Keely's running. If you're not a kicker, the first lap was about 57. Now she's stretching it out because the first lap wasn't a killer. She's stretching it out, and here they come. Keely is in front from the Cuban Almanza. I'm sorry, not Almanza. Segudiso, actually. I think Almanza is in third. Yes, and Atkins fourth. So Keely's been, I think the front two are going to be 1-2. Keely and the South African. So Keely's going to win this easily. South African going to be second. Atkins is running for time. So Segudiso is going to be second. Atkins third. Those will be the top 3, actually. 156. What does she run? 156.86. Yep. So Segudiso is second. Almanza third. Atkins actually came third. I'm not sure what it shows. This is this way. But I'm watching the race again in the backstretch or around the backstretch coming home. And it was a pretty easy race for Keely, actually. She just did what she needed to do to win. She's a clear favorite. And she ran, 156.86. Segudiso second. Did Atkins come fourth or third? It doesn't look like she. And the French athlete, Atkins came third. Why is the French athlete so happy? I don't know what happened. It's because she have a pregnant breast. I know the South African is happy. Why the French? I thought Atkins came third. I don't know why the French athlete is so happy. She's ecstatic. And she came sixth. I'm missing something. Anyway, I'm missing something. She seemed ecstatic, people. So you see the race here. Keely Atkinson, 156.86. Prudence Segodiso, 157.57. And Nia Atkins, 158.20. Let me see if Nia made the final. 157, 157. I don't know. I don't think so. I think 157 because only 8 runners. Yeah, I think Heat 2 had 4 people, just like we had in the 100 meters of people. Heat 2 was in the 100 also had 4 people. So that's interesting. Let me do this now. Let me go back here. Pull this up so they show you. So people, we are at 3 o'clock, people. We're only about an hour away from the men's 100 meters final. And I hear somebody's going to join me for the 100 meter. We see if she comes back. All right. Yes, sir. It's your time. Mr. Track and Field Expert, JD, how are you doing?
Hello, Mr. Kranky. How are you doing?
I am doing well. How are you doing, sir? First time calling Kranky live, isn't it?
Yes, first time. Hello, guys. Hope all is well with you and the family. Yeah.
So did you tell your 100,000 subscribers to come on my channel and subscribe? Did you ask them to?
Okay, yes, people can definitely go and subscribe to Kranky. I don't know nothing about track and field, and I don't try to act as if I know everything about certain things. I will leave it to football alone. But I love what Kranky is doing. He brings a different passion towards the thing. I made a few claims in the track, Kranky. You asked me about the best time I've run. I said I never had much recorded time, more than just the one before 18. Just before 18, Romain asked me. Remember, I went to John Mills, and sent on the technical. Right. So I did play football and also track and field in between, you know? Okay. Yes, and then basketball. Yes, so those are my 3 things. Yes, and that's my best time. I know it might seem not fast, but maybe I could be faster. I never knew, you know?
Right. Okay.
But I'm not bragging or I'm okay with that time. I think it's decent and it translated well in football because even now it works for me.
So why you ran for the 100? At what age? What age you ran?
I'm right at 17, the end of 17, almost 18.
What time you ran?
11:83 to 11:90.
Okay.
That was my last recorded time. I just checked with the pastor, and the pastor said that's not so fast. But I was not a professional athlete. I was not a professional runner. I was a footballer.
I don't think 11:8 is a terrible time for a footballer. I don't think so. Not at all.
That's fast because I was faster than almost everyone.
But you wasn't fully matured yet to run fast at an older age.
Yeah, man. But I was, frankly, believe me, I was fast in football. So I think track and field is just a different ballpark. That's one thing I think
people think that when MC people are running 11:2, 11:3 a slow time because a woman versus men are run 10. People don't get it confused. 11:5, 11:6, 11:7 a good time for them to play football. A good time that.
Yeah, man. Track and field was just really ridiculously fast, people. And maybe if I had checked to 21, maybe I would have had a better time. You know?
Do you think Pastor can run fast, JD? You might have.
Pastor said he was incredible. Just like you can do majority of the things Pastor was doing, cricket, running, football, swimming, you know, all of those things. But I was just that type of person because remember, I was from Kingston, you know, and when you grow up in Kingston, you barely can come out of your community. You understand?
Why don't I know it? Because I moved to Kingston when I was like 16. So I grew up in St. James and in Hanover, and I played everything. When I went to Kingston, I only played like Connor League football. That's all.
But it's not an excuse. I heard people in the chat saying that I was slow. It's okay. I can show you my pics.
No, you gotta show them. Hey, JD, don't be like me. Don't be like me, JD. Don't respond to everything that you see. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. Just ignore them. You say I'm slow. You say, yeah, I'm slow. But we can't play football. That's how I say. I learned that. Minzy teach me. Teach me too. So we can't tell them to do that, and then me I do the same thing, you know. So yeah. So you want proof? You're not slow.
Yes, I was trying to prove, but you said I should leave it alone. But thanks for the help. right there. But what I called in for, because your chat beat me very bad, saying I don't know nothing about running, but I never tried to tell them that I knew anything about running. I'm just saying I just saw the guy and I've used some mathematics or something to get to my claim to say that I think he can go down to 969. And I think he would be the winner. Hear me out, Cranky. The next guy that you guys are talking about, he looks a little bit bigger and he's exerting a lot more oxygen and he ran 9.880, right?
Yeah.
And Oblique Seville, I watched him once he moved off and he reached around 60, he started to close down and he looks a little bit more comfortable to keep the speed going. So that's all I'm saying. I thought that this kid is special than what people giving him credit for, because it makes everyone just hyping up the next guy. And I just heard about it. It was Seville before. So what happened?
No. The next guy ran last year at the trials, ran at like a 991 the first heat, and then pulled out
Okay.
either because of injury or
Mm-hmm.
Fana playing his game like he normally plays, right? Because he focused on the
Okay.
Olympics. He don't even care about. I don't think Fana cares about World Championship. No matter what anybody tells me, Olympics where he make his money, and Fana look out for his money. So when his athletes get paid, he gets paid. That's why he's always trying to judiciously managing them up to certain special events. So World Championship is okay, it's good, but it's not the Olympics. He says it. It's about the Olympics. So Kishane is being groomed for the Olympics. And the thing about him, he's explosive, JD. Like his start is explosive. So there's one thing about, like when Bolt used to run, he didn't have the best start, right? Didn't have a
Yeah.
Gatlin start, or I can't even talk about Christian Coleman. His start is ridiculous, or a Holloway start. So Bolt, but when Bolt gets through when he goes through gets his transition phase. So when he starts off and gets up and is there and go to the acceleration phase, his acceleration is slower to come down, because you don't get any faster when you get to a certain point, but you come down slower than others. He's awesome in that. Right?
Okay.
He's awesome. Kishane, all 4-5 phases of his race, except for the finish, because we've never seen the finish yet, because he hasn't been pushed to finish. Even when he ran against Seville in the trial, he passed Seville about the 80 and then just smiled. Probably about the 70 and smiled to the rest of the race. Seriously.
Okay. So that's why everyone.
His 5 phases is. I don't know about the finishing phase, because he's never been tested for us to see the finishing phase. But the other 4 phases is great. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I will still keep Seville because Brinjin told me about him and I saw something special in him.
Yeah. No, he's a special runner. Special runner. But the problem is he is injury prone. Now they said they got a special machine to mitigate those injuries and to help him. People hit the like button. We haven't reached 200 likes yet, and I'm about 1,000 will come to the stream already. So he but if he gets over his injuries, and the rounds are important, right? So he came through the semifinal real easy. And I'm sure as part of his training, they probably practice him to go through the simulation as if he's at the Olympics. Obviously, you don't have the competition as you did there, but go through the simulation and see how you come out, right? Because that has to be part of your training. Okay. Now, you may not push yourself to the ultimate, but see how you go through the rounds, because the rounds are important. I think that's happened to Tia yesterday. I think she got tired for the finals. In the women's final, I think she got tired. Okay. Yeah, so your legs will give out on you if you don't manage them well. So you probably go back to the masseuse and the person who doing physical attendance to you, and and make sure your body's rubbed down and your legs are loose. And then you got to go back and do they're probably in the warm up area now, because we're at 309. Probably in about an hour before the race, you go there and go through all your steps and phases to make sure. Yeah.
Okay, all right, then nice. I'm learning just the same, and I'm hoping that my pick wins so I can get to Braga.
Who's your pick? Who's your pick?
I'm going with Seville. I like him. I think he's going to do because they just said it's his personal best, which is 981. But when I checked his overall career, as what you just alluded to, it was plagued with injuries. So you never get to see the best of him. So maybe he could have been a fast athlete a long time ago. So I think maybe that time is coming now, based on what we're seeing.
By the way, people, look upon them time, people. Look upon them time. The personal best for each of these goes from 976 to 988, which is Tobago, who's a brilliant young runner. The season's best for everyone. The worst season best is 992 by Jacobs, the Olympic champion.
Okay.
So everybody
And
everybody can run on the 9-9. Everybody. And you look at their season so far, the two best times, I should say, is between the three best time. Well, the best time is Kishane with 9.77. She ran in Jamaica. But you have 9.81, 9.81 by Seville and by Noah Lyes. I'd be surprised if Noah beats Seville and Kishane. Because Kishane, yeah.
But he would have to break his personal best to do so.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Yeah.
And you think he's going to go under his personal best, but it's not going to be good enough, right?
I don't think he can go under his personal best. His start is too poor. He may even pick start.
But his personal best, they said, is what, 9.81 something?
Yeah, 9.81.
But he just ran 9.83, and he looked like he could have gone a little bit better. Not as the Jamaican.
No, he probably you got to look at who he's running against. You know, he looked like he knows he couldn't beat Seville. So why kill yourself? Why just finish the race and go for the next one? Some Omar is saying no, I will not get a medal.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Kranky, thanks for having me. I've learned a lot, and I realized that you're a man of all sports. All right. So keep on doing your thing, and I'm going to leave you, but I'm not going to get to watch it because I have to go to pick my kid now from our grandma.
You gonna miss the 100-meter final?
Yes, but I'm going to
my kid will have to sleep over.
No, Kranky, I can't do that, man.
My kid will have to understand and sleep over, or I come for them later. Grandma?
Yeah, but Kranky, I can rewatch it. So I will. I told
there's nothing like watching it live. Nothing like watching it live. Come on, JD, man. Nothing like live, JD. That's like you say you're gonna watch a World Cup final. You're gonna watch a World Cup final.
You know what, Kranky? What I can do, I can put it in the car. Okay. I can put it in the car.
Yes,
so I will put you on in the car.
Exactly. Though. See? Even better. But don't drive and watch me now. Don't drive and watch me. Just listen.
It's gonna be on the screen. So all right, thanks here.
All right, bless up, JD. Thanks a lot for calling. Bless up.
Yeah, man.
All right, people. Let me take this off the screen. We've been here since 12:30 now after 3 people. On a Sunday. Suppose I praise my Lord in our church, but there we don't know. I don't know, I like me, I hit up the like button. Stingy people. Let me do something here. So the finals of the men's 100 meters come to us at 3:50. And put this back up. 3:50 today, people. This is the schedule. So the men's 1500 semi-final is now on. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Igor Britson from Norway, always the one to... You know what? Let me do this, actually. This must be the first semi-final. And get a chance to go to talking to JD, but it's a lot of people. See? There are 2 semi-finals, people. 12 runners in each. So Igor Britson is leading. Germer from Ethiopia second. NBC doesn't want to behave. I hope NBC doesn't mess up for my final, I will not have it. I see my thing now starting to buffer for some reason. Why is your regular channel buffering? They change these boxes to be more automated, to be more contemporary, and they're not like my old cable box. And I'm paying for cable. I don't know why I'm paying for cable and you're messing up. But Igor Britson is leading the British. Josh Kerr is in second. And Cole Hucker in third. Men 1500 meters semifinal, 1 of 2. Drew Ross, you can't miss the 100 feet. Drew Ross, call Uber Drew Ross. You can't miss the 100 meters race. Not with us having 2 runs, we may finish 1-2. You can't miss the race, Drew Ross. And Drew Ross, bless up. Thanks for being here, even though you're on the road. Jamaican at Melanie, what, Stefan? Stefan, let's tell us what you're talking about. And Stefan, you must be from the US. You couldn't be from Jamaica saying that. Because no Jamaican in their right mind is going to say that. Igor Britson looks comfortable, people. It's like he's going for a Sunday stroll. He's not even stressed going home. You're in the final lap. And Igor Britson is very comfortable. He's not stressed. The British is second, trying to track him down. He's not stressed. The USA is third. And the Kenyan is killing himself to get in the first four. Don't know why. He's going to make it final anyway. Ikra Bidson first, Kerr second, Cole third, Coleman fourth. Ikra Bidson make these things look too easy. No. You have to pull over. You don't have stream. If you carry the race, man, that's why I'm not leave home without the stream, you know. You have to cut tip down. Don't hurt yourself to get to home. Watch it on. I encourage you. If the GPS says 4 p.m., then go home and watch it on tape till the end. Not encourage you, Jura. Sorry. Yeah, well, Gould never look relaxed ever in a fear race, them Omar. Latoya never relaxed. Igor Bitson is always relaxed when he's winning. I've seen him stressed before. And there's a difference between relaxed and nonchalant because he's looking around. When you're looking around, that means you're comfortable. Yeah, I don't know why Drew Ross is I don't understand Drew Ross doing that. Don't understand that, Drew Ross. There's no way you should not be at home for the 100 meters. I don't care what I have to do today, people. I cancel it. What I may have to do today, I will not miss this 100 meters, especially when Jamaica may win. No, that not happen. Not happening. Never, ever will not happen. People, if you want to take a break and come back, I'll be here. But bring everybody. Bring your mother, your father, your sister, your pet. Have them press the like button. Come and watch the finals with me. We'll have some fun, people. And I promise to call a good race too. Because I will know all the athletes in the race. Because some racing, I know all the athletes, and that's why you struggle. I will definitely know all the athletes in the race. So I'm very familiar with every single one of them. And we have a good time, people. Have a good time. We will have a sparkling time. And I promise to give you a good race. But it should be interesting and it should be fun. Should be interesting and fun, people. I see Heat 2's getting ready to come up for Heat 2 off 2 for the 1,500 meters. See, they normally have 3 heats through 800, and then for the men's 1,500, they only have 2 heats. And these are the names. I'm not going to go through all the names. I can't say I'm the biggest 1,500 fan, to be honest. So, Devon, you're like me. I'm going to be off for the whole week, too. And the next one. Well, no, that's not true. I'm never off, people. Doing this job, because this is a job now. You know I'm not getting paid for it. Doing this job, you're never off. So, people, take your break. If you take a break, no, go do what you do. Okay, come back for the finals. I am never off, people. Never off. Never, ever off. If you're doing 2 channels on YouTube, my glass is messing up. Excuse me, people. Something fell into my eye here, look like. If you're doing 2 channels and you have to do thumbnails and think about topics, I haven't even started doing 10 minutes video yet. And I get a lot of grief from a lot of people about not doing 10-minute videos. But I'm so challenged just doing 2 shows at least 3-4 days a week, and then maybe do something on the weekends. That is hard. So I have not been bored since I've decided to take a permanent vacation from my vocation. I haven't been bored. So it's been an interesting journey. One thing I found out, people are very miserly with their miserly, someone would say, with their likes. You'll have 400 people in the chat and you have 100 likes. And you're like, well, if you're here for the entire duration, you must like something. That's why you're here. So why are you so stingy? A friend of mine told me I have to earn his likes, but he's watching me all the time. I said, go away. I said, come on my channel, leave. Go away, because I don't know what you're trying to tell me. I know you for all these years. You're going to tell me that I have to impress you. I'm not trying to impress you. I do a job. If you're not impressed, too bad. Can't help that. I can't control what impresses you. I'm doing the best job I can do, and if hopefully it works. But don't come tell me that you're not going to subscribe because or like me because you not. Well, he said subscribe and like. I was like, why are you on the channel then? Frustrating. But anyway, people, do what you have to do, people. The race is at 31 minutes, people. The big race. Big race. And we encourage. I just hope Kishane get him now. But you know what? I haven't seen Kishane not get a Naman start ever, or Oblique. So, and they train for this. They're ready for this. Now, finals can get you in trouble, right? Cup finals, you feel the pressure, but hey, I think they're both ready. Glenn Mills against Frano, what do you want to call him? Frano Griffiths was a jockey. Frano, we are talking about the elite manager, coach, guru, whatever you want to call him. Kranky, I came over to like up live. Yes, thank you, appreciate that, AC, and really appreciate you coming over and hitting the like button. You have to give examples of some of these people who are reluctant to hit the like button for whatever reason. And then I realized how much work YouTube has put in for come here and do something. Hey, Float. Yes, he can win, but Kishane is hard to beat. Don't you see how Kishane is running? Kishane has not been stressed in any of his races he's ran since the trials. In fact, I've never seen Kishane stressed in any race, frankly. Have any of you guys seen Kishane being pushed in any race since he's been running? Since he came on the scene and known from last year trials when he supposedly got injured. He ran the first race and then disappeared before the World Championship and the trials. Have you seen him stressed? So people, it's the second heat of the men's 1500. I'm not going to call it. You're watching it. I'm not going to really call it. I'm saving my energy for the finals of the men 100 because I'm going to call that. I'm going to try to call it like, what was the name of that horse racing commentator guru in Jamaica way back when? Jeez, his name slipped me. Awesome. When he was talking about Harlequin and Legal Light coming around the bend, Ferdinand have to go, and Harlequin in front, looking good, Legal Light in the back. Hussey just guiding him along as they come, and he goes to the whip, and a furlong to go. It's Harlequin from Legal Light, and Legal Light comes forward. It's Harlequin from Legal Light, and here comes Legal Light. 155 pounds on the jockey. I still love those time people, even though I never bet a dime because I can't afford to lose my money. But we're watching the 1500 alcohol. Chris Harman, yes, Devon. Chris Harman, brilliant commentator. You know what brilliant commentator? Chris Harman, Jackie, Tony Coswell in cricket. Brilliant commentators. Brian Rickman, no, I was talking about Chris Harman, probably before your time, Leon. Chris Harman, I talk about. Brilliant commentator. Brilliant. We all want to be Chris Harman when we grew up until I commentated on horse race. I don't know why I hope my channel doesn't mess up for the 100 meters. I mean, I'm having on 2 channels, but this is ridiculous. So the USA is leading, Ethiopia second, Great Britain third. Negusi look good, and so does Samuel Nefera. They're coming around the stretch. 155. It's going to be slower than the previous race, quite a bit slower. He's running hard. I wonder if he can maintain it. Negusi in front, Tefera second, Gorley third, Hobbs fourth, and Kessler fifth as they come. And my screen is starting to freeze and it's pissed. I'm going to cuss. It's making me upset. I'm telling you, my screen is freezing. I'm watching on the other one, which is slower. This is ridiculous by Verizon. I called these people like 4 times yesterday, and my screen's starting to freeze now. We're in the home stretch. Not in the home stretch, you're in the back stretch. now it has it like Charlie Chaplin people. You want to see this? You don't want to see this. I'm gonna change this. This race was going. I hope for the 100 meters finals, I'm not having the same problem. Negusi is still in front. Gorley second. Kessler third. They come around the bend to go home. 100. Well, not 100. Maybe what? A couple hundred to go? Or 100 to go now. Negusi, they're coming hard in the stretch, people. Negusi, Gorley, Kessler, Isai, and Laros. The Britain is coming. Gorley's coming hard. Negusi looks comfortable in the middle, though. In the front. They're trying to reel him in, but it ain't going to happen today. Negusi first. Gorley was second, but he's going to be nipped for second. So Negusi first, Kessler second, Gorley third, Laris fourth. Chariot is fifth. Men's 1500 meters, second of 2 semifinals. All right, that done, people. We have 26 minutes left. Or no, we have 26 minutes remaining for the start of the men's 100-meter final. Let me get out of this and go for the 100 meters final. I'm supposed to be having a guest or maybe two for the finals. We'll see if that happens. I didn't even change my background. Give me 1 second, people. 1 second. 1 second. I am back. I should have a different background now. I forgot to put up my background that has the men's 100 meters. No. But I'm looking forward to this final. Very much so. Men's 100 meters semifinal coming up in no time. It's supposed to be 3. I wonder why they make it 3:50. Let me do these things on the hour. All right, people. I can't call him before the race, you know. If you know, I'm making the last bet too much money. Something they always like spend money. Cataract look-alike. So if you want to call in and have your say before the race, but do not call in during the race because yours truly is going to try to commentate on a race. I don't know why. I would have thought Kishane and Oblique would be beside each other, but Simbini is between them. Since they, a little bit surprised, but it's okay. They did it based on, I'm not sure what they did it based on actually. But we have 8 competitors in the race. And don't be surprised how much like Ben, Derek, or Curly come up, you know. Not because you see them out in lane 2 and 3. This should be a brilliant race, people. A close race. But Jamaica should pick up a medal or 2 in this race. If they run like how they ran the semis, they definitely should do well. We are approximately 23 minutes away from the final of the Paris Olympics 2024 men's 100-meter finals. We have 8 competitors, 3 from the US, 2 from Jamaica, 1 from South Africa, 1 from Botswana, 1 from Italy. But they're all the same persuasion, if you know what I mean. All of them, every single one. So, people, we're looking forward to this race. We're hyped. The women in the 100 meters didn't deliver as we would have liked, but we can understand because they've delivered year after year after year after Olympics, after World Championship. And since Usain Bolt, the men have not delivered, but a full time now, Jamaica against the USA. Literally, figuratively, every way, shape, and form. It's Jamaica against the US, people. Somebody say Hugh Crosskill was good. I don't remember Hugh Crosskill as a commentator for horse race. I remember Hammond, though. As Chris Hammond, as Devon says. I remember, all I can hear in my head is Legal Light Harlequin big time races that came in as part. So people, we are close to race time. We are 21 minutes away. I'm sure the stadium. Hey, people, let me tell you something. So when you go to 100 meters final, and I was fortunate to go to one, best thing ever, people. I didn't have the best seat, I'll admit. So I can imagine what being at the finish line is like. What best thing ever. The vibes in the stadium from 1 to the last minute. The crowd is hyped. It's total sellout. There are all races and nationality there. And the noise is deafening before the race. Can pin a pin drop before the starter shoot his gun. And then when the athletes take off and see Bolt doing what he does, best thing ever. I never said that Drew Ross. I just said they all same persuasion. I didn't give a definitive perspective as to what that was. I just said they all the same persuasion. So Drew Ross, are you close to home? You only got 20. In fact, you don't have 20 minutes because you have to get home, get yourself set up. So, and Verizon, don't mess up my TV, Star. Don't mess up my TV. No, why Verizon? I do, you know. I pay my bill. I just saw the bill come through and it got automatic deducted. So don't mess up my TV, Verizon. It's not cool. Not when the finals coming up. You're showing me all these things: high jump, free jump, also that jump. Women don't really care about. To be frank, no, I sound bad, but Jamaica is not in the high jump. We lost our athlete from the preliminary rounds, so I don't really care. And people, if you have to step away, please do so now. But come back for the finals. I want to see about half a 1,000 people in the final for the final. In the chat, people, and hit the like button. Just all raining and hit the like button, people. Right? Just all hit the like button for the 100-meter final. You know what? If you don't like how me kind of final, don't have to hit the like button. Come here, I'll call it. And make sure me familiar with them. You know, Bednarik, Curly, Thompson, Simbini, Seville, Lyes, Tobago, Jacobs, all them unknown people. Don't think I'm going to pull over and watch it. Good. Pull over and relax. Now rush it. Hopefully your phone can pick it up. And pick it up good. Yeah, but you must have something up on your phone. You must have Peacock on your phone. 28 minutes to home. You only have 19 minutes left for the race. Now, no, the race will start on time. People, if you are in the 100-meter final, you're in the warm-up area now. This must be the most nerve-wracking day of your life. No matter what people tell you, if you've ever been in a certain situation, you play a certain big game, people want to tell you about, oh, relax, breathe deep. Yeah, breathing deep is an imperative. If you have a big presentation sometime, you may get nervous. What we have to do when it's really important and there are implications to it, breathing deep is a really good thing. You can just hold it and let it out. You do about three of that. You do 3 of that or 3 of that. If you do that, it's a good thing, people. Good thing. You take those breaths, calm your body down, calm your nerves down. It will come back. But the great thing about in those situations that I've experienced is when I start doing it, it all goes away. I always find that amazing. Like I'm so afraid of being embarrassed that I'm just doing it. I don't really care what happened after that. So the fear before you start is real, but during it, I've never felt any. I was, I'm in it. I'm doing it. That's it. I have no choice. I'm doing it. But I can imagine when you're running, all you're thinking about is form, get the start, get up, right? Run my race and on my way. Go through all the phases really well. That's it. So interesting. Interesting people. I should have some guests I hope I get 2 for the final. I got to find out if they're going to join me. You find if they're going to run and they're going to join me. So we have what? It's counting down people, 17 minutes left. Time is slow sometimes, big event, and sometimes it's fast. Sometimes it's fast, people. Sometimes it's very fast. We'll see how the race goes, but as I said before, Kishane is good in all different phases. So, Jura said, I want to watch it with my kids to capture the moment with them. Well, have them recorded, but you ain't gonna capture it with them unless you do. You can't even do FaceTime at the same time watch it, so that may not work. But I can understand the sentiment. We are 16 minutes from race time, people. People must be nervous. Knees must be knocking. People must be really nervous. Because fortunes are built on Olympic gold, people. You win the Olympic gold, you can print your money especially in this environment, especially given what sponsorship is like. You can start, if you're a Frano and Kishane win, you can start counting the dollars, Frano. You can think about the big house, another big house, your bill. If you're Kishane, you can think about the sports car. If you're Oblique, same thing. That's the gold medal giving people enough things. And somebody say, Kranky, what watching people have money for? What? Money apartheid. The race is at 3:50. 3:50 Eastern Standard Time. 2:50 Jamaica time. I think it's 3:50. Yeah, it's 3:50. We only have 50 minutes and countdown. Joe Grind, thanks for the super chat. He says Kishane, Seville, Tobago, or Fred. Come, Joe Grind. Pick one. So he's saying Noah Lyes would not make the finals. I mean, not make the podium. He's saying Noah Lyes, and it's pouring outside. I'm glad the race has not been run in New York. I just heard this loud noise behind me or beside me. Whoa, the rain here look like it has a fight with somebody. It's pouring down, but I'm inside and I'm here waiting for the men's 100-meter finals to be run, and it's 14 minutes to go, and we are excited. We are hyped. We are as hyped as we're going to be. We are very hyped. And looking forward to the finals. Again, people, these are the finalists for the men's 100 meters final in the Paris 2024 Olympics. Lane 2 from the USA, Ken Benarek. Lane 3, Fred Curley. Wasn't he a 400 runner? They made it 2 and he came down to the 1. So people, you know where the glamour is, right? The glamour is the 1. That's why you see Bowles come down to 1, Sharika come down to 1. Glamour, the 1 event. 100 meters is a glamour event. Other events are great, but 100 is a glamour event. Fastest person alive, if you're a female or a male. Kishane Thompson, the man that came to the Olympics with the fastest time, 9:77. The man's been running, looking over his shoulder. The man. Akani Simbini, who has ran well in this championship, by the way, won his eat pretty easily, so hasn't been pushed. So we'll see how he comes out. Dangerous, I think. Oblique Seville, from my nemesis school, Calabar, but who I'm now supporting 110%, if you can do that. Ran brilliantly in the semis, won easily, beating Noah Lyes. Second time he's beaten Noah in the last, 6 weeks? Beating him easily too, each time, looking across at him saying, I thought you said you were going to win this thing. What happened? Why are you running behind me? And Noah is beating his chest. I don't know why, because I don't think he has a chance in but we'll see. He sometimes produces in the final, and people get nervous in the final. Leslie Tobago, who had a difficult race and who is a phenom, but yet to produce at this level. He was the under-20 champion for the 100 and 200, the World Youth Championship, and has transitioned to the senior and professional, but been challenging for him. And then Marcel Jacobs, who is Italian, who was the Olympic champion, who has a best time of 9.8, but his best time this season has been what he ran today at 9.92. So he's peaked for the finals. But I would be surprised if the winner doesn't come from 4, 5, and 6. No, frankly, I'd be surprised the winner doesn't come from 4 or 6. Sembini is running well, and today may be his day. So that's the boots up, people, to the final. 11 minutes left. We're counting down. 11 times 6 hours, 66. So it's 660 seconds left, people. We have left for the start of the 2024 men's 100 meters final. I have to sip on some water again to juice myself up to commentate on this race. But I'm looking forward to this race, people. Why you show me medal count NBC? They show me China has won 100 medals. Is that right? Home country boost. Oh, they're talking about at home countries because I know they have won 100. 2008, China won 100. Great Britain 65 in 2012. Brazil 2016 won 19. Japan won 58. France. Wow, France has 44 medals. Wow. There's a people. I'm always going to emphasize this. You see what home country did to you. Now, I'll agree. People they invest more coming up to the Olympics because they spend a lot of money to run these games. But I think athletes are getting the boost from the home crowd. That's why I'm supporting the football team. So I used to Steve on NBC talking about politics, not sports. Okay. I don't know who's on NBC, because I can't listen to the feed. Because I can't carry the feeds, I can't listen to it. I wish I could show it on I should have showed it on my channel and closed the channel down, don't it? If I showed it, a lot of people come watch it, but I have to close the channel down. So we're not doing that. That's asinine. All right, people. 9 minutes away from the 100 meters final. We're in that stretch. 9 minutes away from the 100 meters final. They're showing me the hammer throw on one of the channels I'm watching. And then I'm seeing studio talking, but I don't know who's talking about what. But it should be a fun race. We're looking forward to it, people. The last race of the day, the featured race of the day, the featured race of the Olympics. Jamaica again with his profile. I wonder if Jamaica can do nothing for Kishane or do nothing for Oblique. You don't think so? I mean, Jamaica can do nothing for some people, No beat them. I like the jives. Well, Jamaica is on the world stage again, people. They're on the map. And whether or not these kids win or are placed, they're still on the map because they're in the finals. Gotta make the finals to be known. I think Noah looked like he thought he won against Oblique, Sabine ran easily, people. He won easily. They're showing us the previous races and where people come out. And the race was just the slowest. Benderek was very, very close. And then Kishane, he's looking at the time. He's not even looking at the competition, looking at the time. I said Fred Curley looking at him, but he's looking at the time. I don't know what Curley's thinking, but you probably could almost read his mind like, darn, can I beat this guy? I assume that's what he's thinking. You never know, people. But the wait will be over soon. 8 more minutes. 8 more minutes to the men's 100 meters finals. And they're now showing us Julian Alford and showing St. Lucia going wow. And I'm extremely happy for St. Lucia, people. It must be a wonderful feeling, a glowing feeling. Because sports can be an elixir for people sometimes, at least temporarily anyway. Pull you out your troubles, you feel good about yourself, because your country feel good, and one of your countrymen did well. And a bad man, you bad mind them. You actually are happy that they have done well because they make you feel good. They make the country proud. So it's a great thing. An absolutely great thing. People, if you haven't hit the like button, please do so. You come back in the chat. You haven't hit the like button. Tell all your friends and family, people, come listen to me and just turn on the commentary. We're bringing it to them this time. No, we're bringing it. We're ready for this. We are ready for this race, people. Ready like Freddy. That rhyme, right? Okay, sir. Might try to rhyme in things. Oh, by the way, people, we have a new song. Should I drop it tomorrow, people? Tell me if we drop it tomorrow. I don't want to hear it. Let me know if we drop it tomorrow. We have a new song. What's one of my favorite topic, them? So we're here with bated breath waiting for the finals of the men's 100 meters. It's 3:44. The race starts at 3:50. Or it's scheduled for 3:50. It may not exactly start at 3:50. And I'm looking forward to the race. Very, very much so. It should be dynamite. I thought someone's going to call in now before the race, but I guess not. People are trying to do what they're doing. There's so much celebrity at the Olympics. Seen a bunch of celebrity at the Olympics. Venus Williams, Snoop Dogg, a bunch of them. But they want to be in Paris. By the way, I think Paris is a beautiful city. Much more pretty than London, by the way. Especially when you go in the water and not necessarily the Eiffel Tower, but I think it's an actually beautiful city. I'm very surprised, given how old that part of the world is, that you have a city like that actually. That'll be like London where everything just, I call it hitch up, even though they're not building taller buildings. But we are here for the 100 meters final. We are 5 minutes away. We're ready for the big final, people. Come join up, hit up the like stream, come in, come enjoy yourself. Enjoy this. Should be a fun race, everyone. Should be a fun race. This now people said US against Jamaica, but I think Simbini from South Africa has a say in this. I'm not sure about Jacobs, even though he ran well in the semis, or about Tobago, but everybody here is a champion in their own mind, right? Jacobs won the Olympics. Tobago went on a 20. Nas is 100 and 200. Oblique has not been a champion yet, apart from champs. Simbini, probably for, I think Omanyala was the African champion, wasn't it? Runners are coming out, people. It get exciting. Kishane has not been a champion. Fred Curley has been a champion. Bednarek has come close, but has not been a champion. Noah Lyes look nervous. Oblique look relaxed as usual. Oblique always seem like, big up uncle. Boy, you call me Uncle Brian. I brought Brian, Brian, I call me uncle. Call me, you know what? Me live with uncle. Me have enough niece and nephew, so me live with uncle. All right, people. It's almost game time, race time, everything. Richard says, don't sing, leave singing to singers. First of all, Richard, McFarlane, if you ever know me not singing now, because I never tell nobody I'm a singer. I go by the mic and I talk. Now, if you say, do you like the talk, but you can't see me sing, I will never have the gumption or the audacity to say I sing. Never. I have nothing wrong with being grandpa. Nothing wrong with being grandpa, frankly. Nothing wrong with that. Seasoned senior citizens. But I would never tell anybody that I sing. I would never do that. Ever. Mr. Vinci. Hey, I see your girl now, 800 now, Vinci. Look good. There was that intestinal fortitude, that drive, that stamina, that never lose attitude. She came through. And she came second in her heat. So she's in the final. Big run. Those long legs all over the track. Wow. Anthony Roberts, Vinci say, Thompson really have gold around his neck. Is that symbolic, Vinci? Mr. Roberts, is that symbolic? Never call somebody people, cause them a joke. Never call somebody. What up? Find out where she's there. She's gonna be here and hear from her. And find out somebody, people. Where are you? People are asking me where you are. I'm not your keeper, but where are you?
People want to see me?
Yeah, they want to see you. So come on the channel. See? Come on the channel. Find a spot and come on the channel. Yeah. But don't, you're live enough. So no, you talk about they might hear everything you say.
Listen, is it going to be the same link?
Yes, the same link. Just click on the link. Yes.
Okay, sweetie. All right. I'm going to click now.
All right. So I'm calling the person support me people. I'm calling my Kitty and Kitty Shanna, whatever she said she is. I call her Jamaican because she's Jamaican, even though she's from St. Kitts. So we just saw Oblique Seville coming out. I hope the thing don't freeze like the last time, It's very disappointing. Yes, great presentation. I have the names of the runners. Akan and Simbini. Simbini look good, actually. Nervous still do. You should be nervous. If you don't nervous, you should not be in this race. If you're not nervous, you shouldn't be in the race. Tobago. Did well at the last World Championship. And back here, Oblique Seville is out also. And Oblique is in lane 6. The big man. The big man has screamed with the man out. I did. Big man has said, and the big man I walk like I'm owning this in the people. I'm walk like I'm owning this. Big scream, you know. Big man, I walk like him won this people. Fred Curley, I beat him chess. I beat the USA. Hope him I beat for fourth or fifth. So I'm watching one screen as Tobago coming out and watch having Curly. So Curly stream is the earlier one. Whoa, Noah Lyes is hype. Whoa, Noah, you may come fifth in Noah. You don't want to see Noah star, man, I run on the track and boots up himself. Noah, hey, Noah, you better win the race, Noah, because if you lose the race, you embarrass yourself. You're going to embarrass yourself, runner. Look how calm Marcel Jacobs is. And he's the Tokyo Olympic champion. And Curly put him on him mouth, when him came out and said, shh, have this. All right, people, 100 meters final. men's 100 meter final for the Olympics Games. Boy, Noah Lyles, boy, you're hype. Lane 2 is Bednarek. Kenneth Bednarek, lane 2. Fred Curley, lane 3. Or lane 3, as I always say. Those of you may not understand me. Kishane Thompson, lane 4. No, let me go back. Kenneth Bednarek, USA, lane 2. Fred Curley, USA, lane 3. Kishane Thompson, Jamaica, lane 4. Akani Simbini, South Africa, lane 5. Oblique Seville, Jamaica, lane 6. Noah Lyles, the hype man. Mom in the stands, nervous as you know what, lane 7. Leslie Tobago, lane 8. And the Olympic champion, or the previous one, Marcel Jacobs, lane 9. Men's 100 meters final, the race of the day, people. If you're not nervous, get nervous. Hit the like button, you're coming. Hit the like button now. Hit the like button, people. We're ready for go. We are hyped this up, ready for go. 100 meters final, we're ready. Right now, it a go. So now I boot up himself, I boot up myself too. Come, people. Hit the like button. Show me your hype. Show me your hype. Ready to go. 100 meters final. We see the traditional pointing by Oblique. He's pointing to the finish line. Noah is hyping himself up. Bednarek is relaxed and nervous as you know what. Curly is very, very focused. Kishane is doing knee lifts. He's saying, go over your steps, go back to your routine. Go back to your routine. Remember, they all 5 phases. You got to do them as you practice. You have rehearsed this. Simbini beating his chest. Camera is on Oblique Seville, or it was. Noah Lyles, Tobago. Why did I milk this to the degree? Come, people. We're supposed to go on 1550. Come. All right, people. Them line up. In a nice stand. Nice. They're not yet in their blocks. Yes. Yes, we're ready, people. We're ready for the race. The race of, is it the race of the century? Because we're only in the 24th year in the century. It could be, because when Bolt was running, it was a Bolt, We know it's a Bolt. This race, a lot of unsurety. People going, boy, they must be nerve-wracking. We'll go see if the nerve is in trouble. We have to watch the race first before we say that. All right, people. I'm up on NBC. NBC, don't mess up this time, Why them hold them so long? They announced them already. You just made the kids want to do what? You know what? Let them go. Come on. Bednarek, Curly, Thompson, Sabine, Seville, Lyes, Tobago, Jacobs. Men's 100 meter final. They're not in their blocks yet, people. I don't know why. What we're waiting for. We're waiting for Christmas. It's only 10 seconds. In fact, it's not even 10 seconds. As you turn around and blink, it's over. Let them go, people. It's annoying. You want to make the kids more nervous. I call them kids, but because they're much younger than me, but you're making them nervous. Come on. All right, people, we'll wait upon them because they might waste time. I'll milk it. Ready now. People, they're going into their blocks. They have all them to go forward to their blocks. Noah Lyles look nervous as hell, and he should be because he's not guaranteed to win. But he has the drive, people. His acceleration phase is ridiculous. They're going down on their marks. Bernadette, Curly, Thompson, Sabine, Seville, Lyles, Tobago, Jacobs. 100 meters final, Paris 2024 Olympics. Here we go. They're down. Mark. They're not set yet. There's movement in the block. Kishane is moving. Come on, Kishane, relax. He's rocking too much. He's keep on rocking. You can't move, Kishane. And they're off. Brilliant shot by Kishane beside Simbini. Kishane is behind. Kishane now goes forward. A little is behind. It's Kishane. Kishane is going through. It's gonna be a tight race. Seville dropped out. It looked like it's Kishane. 9-7-8, just barely there. Oblique fell off significantly. Oblique didn't medal. Wow. I'm gonna watch the race again, people. Oblique didn't medal at all. It was a tough race. Kishane was rocking too much in his stance. And I'm not sure he got the best start like he normally got. I'm gonna watch the race again. It's close, people. Oblique got off decently. Was Kishane. Curly got out best along with Bednarek. So it was Bednarek. Kishane then moved ahead. Noah coming like a bullet. Noah looked like he won it. It looked like Noah won it. Noah won. Wow. I thought Kishane won, but Noah won. I thought Kishane won, but it looked like Noah won it. That's amazing. Wow. This is disappointing, people. He looked like he had it, but Noah caught him in the last stride. Wow. This has to be one of the most disappointing races ever. Oblique fell off. Wow. And he ran his best time ever, people. His best time ever, 9-7-8. I thought Kishane got it, but he caught him. His acceleration is ridiculous. I'm deflated, people. I must admit, I'm deflated. Literally deflated. I know Kishane didn't get his bullet start. Noah got a good start. I saw Noah late. Yeah, no, Noah won. In fact, he won. Yeah, he won. His head, Kishane had the chest. Kishane didn't get away. Oblique finished last. I wonder if it's the rounds, people. They both had 9-7-9, but Noah led with the head. Oblique ran 9-9-1. Wow. Noah's personal best. Wow. Fred Curley came third. Sabine came fourth. This has been one of the worst Olympics ever. I'm not sure I'm doing another Olympic show for the rest of the Olympics. I've lost all zest, all zeal. Wow. Look, give your hand to Noah. Brilliant run. You gotta give your hand to Noah. I don't know what happened to Oblique. He just disappeared. Pressure bust pipe, people. I hope Oblique doesn't become like a Safa. I'm done for the day, people. This has been the most disappointing race I've watched in a long time. No, but Kishane had the race. I don't know. Noah just caught him. Noah caught him. Look, give Noah he talked crap. He beats his chest, but he showed his stuff. 9-7-9. I don't think we handled the rounds well for the 100 meters. Kishane only doing 9-7-9. So they got off. He didn't get the best start. Noah didn't have a good start at all. Noah came from last, ran past Seville. Seville looked like he ran in mud. Curly and Kishane are there, and then Noah just blazed through. Here's the thing, people. Kishane finish has been awful forever, and my thing is this: unless you finish off your race, you won't know how to finish. So he was there. He's stretched. He's leaning. He's leaning before he gets to the tape. That's the thing. I told you this, people. His 4 phases are great. Haven't seen a finish from him. Right? Haven't seen a finish. That's what happened a while ago. He's leaning like how you saw when Bolt beat what's his name? Forgot his name now. The person always get trouble for dope. He's leaning before he got to the tape. He didn't run to the tape. He's leaning. That's how he lost the race. Now give Noah is due, but Kishane is leaning early. Wow. Leaning. Lyes is a true talent, and you have to give him his due. He's proven it. He's a big race runner. He looked poor in the first round, poor in the second round, in the semifinal, and he came through like a freight train, like his best time ever. So it tells you a lot about the runner, right? But to me, Kishane never finished a race before, and I kept saying this, which is, I don't know what his finish is like. His other 4 phases are great. I don't know what his finish is like, and it proved. It proved it. Wow. And Oblique is even the worst of all of them, right? Oblique finished on the track. So they got up. They're showing you the race got up. And Noah didn't get up that great, to be frank. So I'm looking at the race again. Oblique got passed at no time by Noah. O'Shane is there, and Noah kept reeling him in. They get to the 90, and O'Shane is leaning early. Telling you, leaning early. He's pushing really hard. He started leaning about 5 meters out. He start leaning 5 minutes out. You got to run to the tape. You start leaning 5 minutes out. There's no reason to lean. And that's the difference. When you don't run through all your phases in any run race, when you're in a really tight race, it ain't going to happen. Ain't going to happen. Yeah, no. He ran like he wanted it. Brilliant run. He's going to be printing that checkbook, boy. You're going to be printing that money, especially in the U.S. with all that money out there. And he's Olympic champion. He's going to win the 200 easy, too. 200 is going to be easy. Great run now, Lyes. You deserve the victory. You showed your that you have the strength to finish the race. But I've said this before. You got to run through the tape sometime, people. You got to learn to run through the tape. Kishane didn't run through the tape. Kishane started leading 5 minutes from the tape. If he ran through the tape, he wins the race. His finishing was a problem. He kept looking right on center to finish. Don't know how to finish. When the pressure was on, he couldn't finish. Kid should be happy. He placed. He got second. But he came into the race, to me, as the favorite, even though Noah Lyes is hype man. And that shouldn't have happened. Everybody living the dream in America now. Yes. Man won the race. It's hard for two people to finish same time and one. That makes no sense to me in athletics, actually. How can two people finish the same time and one lose? That's asinine. I know. I don't care what the photo finish says. If it's the same time, 9.79 should be the same. Yeah, it's So if we look at the start time, Simbini at 0.114. What was Noah Lyes' start time? 0.178. The slowest person out the block, people. Like with Tobago. What was Kishane? Kishane didn't start much better. 1.76. Look at Fred Curley's start. Fred Curley was out. Fred Curley got a brilliant start. Kishane's start wasn't that great. It wasn't great. He felt the pressure. Pressure bust pipe, people. Yeah, pressure bust pipe. What did Seville run? Seville came dead last. Jesus Lord. 9.9 won the final. All right, people. Enough disappointment for the day. Jamaica, this is probably one of the worst Olympics ever. We came in expect to get 1, 2. We barely got 2. Barely got 2. Simbini had a national record. Thibault got a national record. Oblique Seville disappoints immensely. Yeah, but I can't. I think he what he hasn't done, and it's probably his coach's fault too, is not having him run through the tape. I'm telling you, 5 meters out, he started leaning. If he ran through the tape without leaning, he wins the race. It reminded me when Bolt ran against Gatlin, and Gatlin tied up at the end. Was a very experienced runner, and he saw Bolt come catch him at the corner of his eye, and he tied up and gave away the race. Noah is the world's fastest man. All right, people. If you have a chance to hit the like button, please do so. I appreciate you being here. It's been a long evening, long morning, long afternoon. I'm not sure I'm doing any more Olympics for the rest of the year. I will admit that. I am drained. It's frustrating. It's disappointing. It's all the ings. It's beyond disappointing. I'm telling you. Fred Curley ran well also. Really good race. 9.81, season's best. But yeah. They narrowed it down to 0.784 or 0.789. Kishane didn't get his normal start, and he reacted later. If he got Fred Curley's start, he win the race. Fred Curley's starts was ridiculous. Look how different his start was for the rest of them. But I thought Kishane stretched at the end. So anyway. Yeah. Anyway, people. Hey, Simone, I didn't know you were there, I didn't see you. I was so caught up. You still there? Hello? I guess Simone is not there. I didn't see her message. I'm out, people. I'm gonna go, well, I'm not gonna cry. Not in the crying business, but I am very, very, very disappointed. This has to be one of the worst races I've ever watched with so much expectation and come second and last. Oblique, I have no idea what happened to you. In fact, Oblique had nothing in his legs. He couldn't drive. He couldn't feed anything. Simbini ran well. Give him credit, and so did Fred Curley. The race was even closer with Kishane than I thought it would be. I thought Kishane would blow these people away. But there are margins here, people. And now Lyes showed that he's the man. And he's going to win the 200 easy. He's the man. Kishane, silver is not bad, but son, you got to learn to run through the tape. It's a hard lesson learned. It's like last time with Sharika in the 400 at Tokyo, easing up at the tape and didn't make the finals. This is ridiculous. All right, people, I'm out. Everyone, thanks for being here. As you go, I hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I share a lot of your disappointment. Some of you may not be disappointed if you're from the US. I understand it's difficult, but we did get a silver. And we expect to go. We may not win a gold medal at this Olympics, people. That's a reality. We may not win a gold medal because this was our surest goal to me, especially given the semis. And Noah not even coming. Noah coming second in his semi. See, Noah, here's the thing, people, what these races. If you have 2 hours between races and Noah is a 400-meter runner, he is the strongest of all of them. So he's going to recover quicker because he's basically a 400-meter runner. And you can see that difference. Look at Curly, who used to run 400. Look at Ben Narek, didn't really finish up there, right? I guess he doesn't have the speed. But those runners who are normally 400-meter runners who can take that pounding, they're the ones who look good. That's probably what killed Tia, actually. So, no, I think the rounds killed him. Anyway, people, have a good evening. Thanks for being here. You saw I dropped the link previously on Kranky Live.
All right. Have a good night. Have a good one.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
People, I'm going to drop the link one more time before I go so you can subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. But this has been one of the, if not the most disappointing time ever. I might take this off. All right, people. I must admit, I am baffled by the outcome of this race. I am baffled. Shelly Ann didn't run yesterday. Oblique coming dead last. What the heck happened? This cannot be real, people. It is unbelievable how poorly we ran in this. We're doing in this Olympics. And it's not. It's only getting worse. It's not getting better, people. No better. Only worse. But let's give thanks for we get another medal. But man, I don't know what to say. It's hard to digest. Very hard to digest. That is my Balanced View channel, people. Please click on it and subscribe if you haven't done so. Let me find my other channel. If you haven't subscribed before on Balanced View, which is where I talk about a lot of things, including politics, please do so. And even though you're on this channel, you may not have subscribed. So I drop my Kranky Live channel also for this channel. If you love sports, come here for your sports, satisfy your sports appetite, people. Those are the 2 links. Please hit the like button before you go and hit the subscribe button. I just dropped my 2 subscribe links in there, Balanced Views and Kranky Live. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for being here. I may be back tomorrow if I can recover from these disappointments. But have a good evening. Take care and good night. I'm going to go with my songs and things that I can DJ. I'm going to go with my song, people. Have a good evening. Thanks. Kranky Live is the best to be now. For the best sports talk and it's free, yo. Kranky Live will be your guiding light by keeping you informed both day and night. Kranky Live, till then. Kranky Live. heed them. Kranky life, want them. Kranky life. From the courts to the field, we'll never lose because Kranky has the hottest news. With expert analysis, we break it down. Our in-depth coverage is best in town. Kranky life, kill them. Kranky life, heed them. Kranky life, want them. Kranky life. Kranky life where the sports is spicy and where we keep the discussion lively. Kranky life, get to know the name because Kranky analysis is never lame. Kranky life, give me my Kranky life. I want my Kranky life. Must have my Kranky life. Whether it's football or track and field, you know Kranky is at the wheel. So join the journey through victory and defeat and subscribe and don't miss a beat of Kranky life. Kill them, Kranky life. Heed them, Kranky life. Want them, Kranky life. If you're from England or USA, from Kingston or Bombay, from Kenya or Canada, Lagos or Havana, visit Kranky life. Tune into Kranky life. Like up Kranky life. Subscribe to Kranky life. Kranky life coming to you on weekdays. Kranky life sometimes on Sundays. Pull up a chair and take a seat because Kranky will always bring the heat. Kranky life. Me say fi tell them Kranky life. Me say fi heed them Kranky life. On them Kranky life. Kranky life will be around. Kranky life is the best in town. Me say fi eat them. Me say fi want them. Me say fi eat them. Want them, eat them, want them. Kranky life. Kranky life. Eat them, want them, eat them, want them. Kranky life. Kranky life. Eat them, want them, eat them, want them, eat them, want them. Kranky life. Kranky life. Kranky. Heed them, want them, heed them, want them, heed, want, heed, want, heed them.